Hello. What's up this afternoon, everyone? Welcome. Fine Tuesday to you all. Good to see ya. What is up, Shadow Scar? I am the boy Jared. Kaju Kraken. Oh, that is a list from the 5-0 that just got published this morning, I think. Sir Robert. Oh man, I am super hyped. For new Capenna. We actually got new Capenna right here. They just spoiled Broker's Charm. I think Broker's Charm is like absurd, right? Isn't that card absurd? Oh man, these charms are so good. They're so good. The Great Destroyer for the 9th month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big tip for you. Thank you. The last charm is here, and it is really good. It might be the best one. If I was going to tier rank the charms, Broker's Charm might be at the top of the heap. 3 mana, bam, instant. Choose one of. Target creature gets +1/+0 until end of turn, and it deals damage equal to its power to target creature, planeswalker, and opponent controls. So 3 mana, like, improved fighting. I don't know if we got a word for that ability yet, but it's really good. Destroying enchantment, sure, whatever, that's a 1-mana ability. Draw 2 cards. We've seen Archmage's Charm be so good in Modern with this draw 2 mode attached to other stuff. This is kind of a standard legal twist on that. You don't get a counterspell mode, but that charm is really good. This set, oh my goodness, it is looking so incredibly sweet. Obscura Charm, I think, has the highest ceiling. I think that Obscura Charm, here's where I'm at with Obscura Charm. I think in a deck where the reanimation mode is going to be good, that is the best charm. However, if you don't get value out of the reanimation mode, then I think it's kind of a mid-tier charm. So if you have like Teferis, Wrens, Kaidos, whatever, really good stuff to reanimate, then I think it's top-tier charm. Otherwise, kind of meh. I also think Riveter's Charm is like #1 charm for standard. I mean, mode 1 is absurd. That's like the best removal against Goldspan Dragon, which is still a popular threat. Drawing 3 for 3 is fine. Exiling the graveyard, that has some value. Like, the whole cycle is so good. Oh man, this set's gonna be bonkers. I am so hyped. We're 2 days away from spoiler season. Spoiler season starting on Thursday at noon officially, so definitely hyped for that. Also, did you see, we had the big ado about Halo a few days ago. I don't know if you do you remember all that there was a big thing about, like, is Halo a drug, and it sounded like a drug, and then Wizards says it's not a drug. Well, Wizards apparently cleared things up a little bit by explaining in the story that Halo is not a drug. It is literally angel dust. It's angel dust, so not a drug. The dust of angels. So well done, Wizards, clearing that one up, I think. So how is everyone doing today? Reminders, and then we're gonna have some fun. Oh my goodness, we got some spice today, and we got tons to talk about. We got new Capenna to talk about. We have organized play, the big organized play announcement. We haven't really got to talk about that yet. Hey, what's up, Bubkid? How are you? So we got OP to talk about. It is going to be a fun stream. I'm excited. I've been waiting to be able to talk to y'all about this, because Thursday we couldn't stream because they had the late spoilers, so we didn't get to talk about organized play. Aracalypse handing out some gift subs to Otter Luna, Jasoon, Cheesewax, Teba, and Gante. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you. So reminders, replay YouTube, that's where you can find the old streams, including this one in the future, normal YouTube. Tons of stuff coming up on there. Tomorrow, Against the Odds, we are Hidisugu-ing, so make sure to check that out. The deck is pretty sweet. It's pretty sweet. Bunch of Modern coming up too. Just so many sweet things on the YouTube. And spoiler season, of course, will be covered in full starting Thursday. A reminder that our sponsor today is Card Kingdom. If you need some magical cards, you can get them over at cardkingdom.com. You can pre-order Streets of New Capenna. You can get a gravitational shift if you need one for some reason, or a shadow spear, whatever. cardkingdom.com/MTG Goldfish. Even get a free goldfish sticker. Just let them know you want one in your order notes, and they'll hook you up. Otherwise, merch page, tokens, t-shirts, playmats, good way to support the stream of the channel and the site. Donations always appreciated. Never required. $2 or more gets your message right on stream. Broncon, welcome to the Fishbowl for the 53rd month. Thank you for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you. I have not gotten my Halo shipment yet. It is not here yet. Perhaps it might have been confiscated for all I know. Anyway, what are we doing today, magic wise? We are playing. I couldn't resist. So all right, here's what happened today. I was getting ready to stream. I had Blue-White Emiria that we were going to stream on Thursday. I got it all loaded up. It's sitting right here. I was literally 10 minutes before the stream. I was waiting for the stream to start, and I thought, all right, I'm going to look through the new deck list that got published. Let's see if we can maybe find, you know, something to play on Mucha Brew in the future, or whatever. What cool stuff are people doing? So I was looking through deck lists, all ready to play Blue-White Emiria, which we're still going to play at some point. And then I saw this masterpiece, this insane, where can I find where'd this deck list go? I found this deck list. It just went up in the 5.0 dump league dump today. This deck is so wild, I couldn't resist. So this is a Cabal Coffers deck, but this is Cabal Coffers with a million layers of spice. So this is a 100% sorcery deck. This is Yumori as our companion. So every single card in our main deck is a sorcery. So we can have Yumori as our companion. It's a 4 or 5. It can maybe reduce the cost on our stuff. So everything's a sorcery. So what we're trying to do with this deck is we're hoping to assemble Cabal Coffers and Urborg, just like a commander player, just like you're playing a black commander deck. Assemble those two cards to make a ton of mana. For this, we got Sylvan Scribes. We got more than 2 explorers. So we have ways to find our lands. Profane Tutor can find them. We're playing Commander Pseudo All-Star Beseech the Queen, one of the forgotten tutors, to tutor up our pieces. And then eventually what we want to do is we want to tutor up Torment of Hailfire, which doesn't see any play. Another commander card. This is like a commander deck in Modern. Another Commander All-Star. Cast it for a ton of mana and just burn our opponent out of the game. If that's not enough, we can Mastermind's Acquisition from our sideboard to get something like an Ugin, maybe. We can get Thought Distortions. We can get Land Hate. We can get Discard. We can get Combo Hate. We can get Removal. We can get Sweepers. This deck looks, oh my goodness, it looks so sweet. It looks so sweet. Altar Boy and also Salt Priest. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup chip for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, so as soon as I saw it, I was like, all right, we'll play Emiria at some point. It is still on the list. We're going to do it, but we got to try this deck. It's just so spicy and weird and far out there. So that is the plan for today. Also, chat. Hey, good to see you, Dirty Nanches. How are you? Oh yeah, let me see, Cussig. Also, so chat, we didn't get to talk about this before. How are you feeling about the organized play announcement? Black green mid-range. Ooh, is this Pioneer? Pioneer's back on the menu. Like that is one of the upsides, I will say, of this organized play announcement. We know that the first Pro Tour back gonna be Pioneer. Qualifier season's gonna be Pioneer. So it's a really good time to be playing Pioneer. And this list looks sweet. Good, like rocky green-black mid-range. Good removal, some graveyard stuff. I like it. That looks solid. Very, very solid. Is this the EDH player's first mod? It kind of looks like it, doesn't it? This deck looks sweet and irritating. That does sound like my kind of deck. Spicy and irritating. Ooh, Modern Esper Ninjas. Ooh, picking up Tide Hollow is kind of neat. Being able to reset it. Canoness. Okay, so kind of ninjas and weird stacks pieces. That's a sweet idea. I haven't really seen a ninja deck like that before. No Thoughtseize for the Torment deck. So we do not have Thoughtseize in this deck. We have Inquisition of Kozilek, but no Thoughtseize. We'll see if it actually works out. Stone Rain, welcome back to the Fishbowl for the 11th month. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So the announced organized play is returning. We're gonna have Paper Pro Tours returning. Pioneer and Modern in Standard. They're kind of shifting away from esports mode, essentially. They even sunset the Magic Esports Twitter account. So basically they're kind of going back to what we had before, with one big exception, which is no GPs on the schedule, which is a little disappointing. There's gonna be like these regional qualifiers. The system is basically qualify locally, then you go to regionals, qualify at regionals, then you go to the Pro Tour and Worlds and all that stuff. But the regional events are gonna be sort of like GPs. They're gonna have the whole setup, the Artist Alley and Command Zones and all that stuff. I think there's only 2 in the US though this year. So I wish there was more of those. That's one thing that's kind of missing. But I feel like it does solve like almost all the issues that we were having. Yeah, Pro Tour. The first Pro Tour is going to be Pioneer as well, which is super exciting to see Pioneer getting some love. This deck reminds me of my newest idea for Pioneer, Shadowborn Apostle, but you use Fiend Artisan and Nykthos to tutor Razaketh, and he tutors Rally the Ancestors. Ooh, that's a really sweet idea. That's a super sweet idea. I mean, we know they're going to do Command Fest. We know that. So command fests are happening, and regionals are, oh boy. 6 lands explore. I think we probably don't keep this, right? 6 lands explore seems greedy. Pioneer will be on the Pro Tour, but not on Arena. I wonder if maybe because of the Pro Tour, if that will push Wizards to finally get it on Arena. We'll see. Maybe. It seems possible. Keep it? I don't think you actually want to keep that? You keep it? We're on the draw too, so we just do nothing kind of forever. What if they just go and play a Ragavan? Are we just dead? I mean, I guess they're only stealing sorcery, so you know what? I'm gonna mulligan this. Okay. Sure. This is actually fine. We can put an Urborg to the bottom. Turn 1 Inquisition, then we can Sylvan Scrying up Coffers, and then hopefully find a finisher. Oh no, we're gonna get Ragavan. Uh-oh. Yeah, I mean, I feel like we need some interaction. Like, it's just too risky to get run over. What do I think of the new charms? The new charms look really good. I mean, if we just look at okay, Swift Spear. At least it's not a stupid monkey. About it. Gets in. Down to 19. Oh my god, more lands. Well, let's, Urborg and Inquisition you. Gonna need to find a finisher at some point. We can get the Coffers. Well, we don't care about Searing Blaze. That's not gonna do anything. I mean, I guess we just take the Swift Spear past the turn. Hope we remain alive. Maybe. AGK Mark, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you. So here's the new charms. Here's the 5 new charms. We just got Broker's charms. Here is my off-the-cuff ranking of these charms. This is my opinion. I'm curious of what your opinion is. Cabretti charm, number 5. I think Cabretti charm's the worst of the charm. I don't think it's bad. But you got to be in a specific deck. Even every Naya deck isn't going to want Cabretti charm. You got to be going wide. You got to be making lots of creatures. You got to have payoffs for that. It does work really well with Jetmir, the new mythic that we saw, but I think this is lowest tier of the charms. So that's number 5. Number 4, this is where it gets so tough. I'm honestly going to go with Obscura Charm. I think Obscura Charm is incredibly strong if you can reanimate Planeswalkers with the first mode, but otherwise, it's kind of okay. Maestro's Charm seems great. I think that's my favorite Pioneer Charm. I'm going to rank that number 3. Riveter's Charm, best standard charm, number 2. The first mode, the sack mode, so good against Goldspan Dragon. And then Broker's Charm, I think this card's kind of insane. Like, draw 2, removal, enchantment, whatever. So maybe I'm overrating it because it's new, but I think I'm going to put Broker's Charm number 1. So Obscura Charm is really good, but I think you got to be able to take advantage of the reanimation mode. I know everyone else is like, I feel like everyone else is way higher on it than I am. I like it. I do like it. Captain, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you. And we got a new donation. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. We have a new donation. Alex Mateo, 1091. Thank you so much. Hey, Seth, I finally decided to download Modo. Instead of following your video, I took a loan account and I've been having the time of my life playing Commander. I can swap between decks whenever, and there's always people to play with. Isn't it amazing? Like, it's so much fun. I know there's like a hurdle. There's a hurdle to first get into it. It's a little complicated. You need the tutorial video and all this stuff. But once you start doing it, it's pretty simple. And then it's just so fun to have access to so many cards, be able to play whatever you want to. It's so freeing. It's like super freeing. So I'm glad you've been doing gotten a chance to enjoy it, because oh man, I love Modo. It's the loan programs just make it so easy to play whatever you want. So what's your charm ranking, chat? Brokers doesn't seem kind of busted me, honestly. It's good, but I like Riveteers and Maestros more. Beyond Charm, I think, can see play in older formats, maybe. Come on, something good. Beseech the Queen. Well, all right. Beseech the Queen can find us something at least. So we're going to Sylvan Scry. We're going to get Cabal Coffers. See if we remain alive, which is not a guarantee. Coffers, go. So Beseech the Queen can find us something. Is it going to be enough? LOL, and Tamer Enigma, welcome to the Fishbowl. 2-year resub. Oh my goodness, that's absurd. Thank you so much, LOL, failed WTF. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Big super for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Are you referring to your MTGO tutorial video? Yeah. I mean, you could definitely start playing Moto without it, but I think it definitely helps to have someone guide you through it, because some of the stuff is not super intuitive when you first start Magic Online. Like, Magic Arena is a lot more intuitive if you've never played it before. Yes, we're doing, oh my goodness, Bear. The Bear in the Chair Saga. I need your opinion on this, chat. So, you know the Chair Saga. You probably saw the picture. Oh yeah, we need stream mode, don't we? Eddie Skitty, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. So the saga of the office chair, you probably saw the old office chair that Bear ate. Like, he literally picked every piece of padding and cloth off of it. So I had to get a new office chair because Bear ate the old one. So I finally get the chair. The shipping got delayed. Over the weekend, I'm like, all right, I'm going to put this together. I'm tired of sitting on this old chair, which is like actively painful. So I'm going to put this new chair together. I put the new chair together. I get all the way to the end, and it's missing an armrest. There's an, oh my goodness, we're taking so much damage. And it's missing an armrest, which is, wow, this is so bad. We're insta-dying here. It's missing an armrest. So I almost completed it. I looked everywhere to find this armrest. Couldn't find it. So I decided, all right, I gotta email the company, I guess, and be like, you know, I love the chair, but there's no armrest. Can you fix this for me? So I emailed the company. Next morning, I go and look out my back window, and there it is out in the yard. Apparently, Bear, as I was trying to assemble the chair, oh yeah, we're super dead. As I was trying to assemble chair, yeah, we're just gonna, I mean, do we scoop? I guess we just scoop. Like, there's no way. I mean, we don't have to scoop, I guess, but I don't know, whatever. We will cast Beseech the Queen, but we're like 1,000,000% dead. What a fast start. This is why we need some faster interaction. Took it out and buried it out in the yard, but I did find it, and it's still functional, thankfully. Yeah, I guess we don't even want to show our opponent. I mean, they saw Beseech the Queen, but it's not like there's an opposition agent to bring in. So I think that Bear actually has, it's hard not to see lethal with Burn. Burn is just so straightforward that it's hard to miss, honestly. Well, that wasn't great. We just got like so run over there. I mean, I guess we had we're only a 24 land deck, and we had 6 lander and a 5 lander, so I think maybe that's the issue. I don't even know if we bring anything in. We don't actually have any life gain. Maybe Burn is just like not our best matchup. Mill Hate. We have a little bit more removal, I guess we could bring in. He one-shot. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank ya. Yeah, I don't even know if I want to bring anything else in. Maybe one more Path of Peril. Let's go 1 Torment in the sideboard, one Path of Peril in the main deck. But even that, like, it doesn't stop burn spells. I wish we had some life gain. That would help. I really like the new Naya Charm because 2 bodies and instant speed plus the first mode is basically my favorite uncommon white MDFC. Ooh. Okay, I can see that. I can see the MDFC comparison. I saw your 60 card deck, was wondering why we're doing so many cards and not Yaria, and then I realized I've been playing too much Yu-Gi-Oh! And 60 is normal. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Once you get used to the Yaria in life, it's hard to... Why? Why Magic Gods? Why? Oh, all right, we're on the play. We got Invoke Despair. Why do we keep getting 6 landers? We do not want this many Magic the Gathering land cards. Calling Ritual, the only thing is Burn doesn't have that many permanents. That's the only concern. I do like Invoke Despair. So turn 1, nothing. Turn 2, nothing. Turn 3, nothing. Turn 4, though. I guess we're probably dead before turn 4, aren't we? All right, I guess we get a mulligan this. All right, this is slightly less lands. We will accept slightly less lands. We're gonna put Profane Tutor to the... Actually, you know what? We're gonna draw a million lands, aren't we? Let's put a land to the bottom. Is that super greedy? It is super greedy. Is it too super greedy? Yeah, I mean, at least we got a Path of Peril this time. That should help. Wait, so what are we doing? Turn 1, do nothing. Turn 2, Sylvan Scrying for Coffers. Turn 3, sweeping. You know what? Profane Tutor seems slow. We're going to put it to the bottom. All right, good enough, good enough. Yeah, I mean, the only problem is I don't think we're going to have a window to actually suspend Profane Tutor until like turn 4, which seems too late to really matter when you got to wait 2 more turns. Yeah, we're going to hit our land drops, hopefully. Opponent. Goblin Guide. All right, let's see what's on top of our deck before we crack this. Opponent. If Profane Tutor was just a straight up tutor, would definitely keep it. If we could just grab a card with it. I mean, I guess if it was literal demonic tutor, it'd probably be busted. Mastermind's Acquisition on top. Probably a bit too early for that. Grab a Overgrown Tomb Depth. Opponent. So what's the hype level for New Capenna? Where are we at with New Capenna hype? Hopefully pretty high. Oh, the set, it looks so sweet. Oh, golly. All right, well, if we're just going to draw Coffers, that makes this really easy. Then we're definitely going to explore. Drawing Coffers is kind of, oh, well, all right. And we get the Profane Tutor. It's basically back to what we started with. We got the Profane Tutor anyway. We'll be hyped when I see more. Well, we don't got long to go. I mean, spoiler season starts officially Thursday, so we're like a couple days away from full-on spoiler season. My hype level didn't Kamigawa just come out. It is true that we're going one set into another pretty quickly. I mean, this summer is going to be wild. We don't have all the dates yet, but from what we know so far, I mean, so we got Kamigawa February 18th, New Capenna spoiler season start tomorrow. In between this, we're going to have Commander Legends in July. We're going to have Double Masters, I assume August. And then we're going to go right into, at some point, Dominaria United and Brothers War, which I assume like September and then October, November, somewhere in there. It's going to be so big. And now we got the Infinity set that's still going to come out later in the year sometime. There's another Jumpstart coming out this year. What a crazy, ridiculous year of Magic. Oh, June for Commander Legends. Thank you. Those 2 J months, they always get me. I mix them up. All right, another Urborg, not the most helpful. Opponent. Goblin guides us down to 15. I'm starting to think that Burn might be a bad matchup for our deck. It might just be that Burn is not optimal. Riftbolt suspended. And how far in advance do you get sent your spoiler card? It really depends on the set and how on top of it Wizards is with sending him out. But it's usually like another Urborg. It's usually like a week or two. Before the set actually comes out. Wow, we have started off very floody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we will Path of Peril. Get rid of the Goblin Guide. Perhaps too late though. Like we're at 12, there's a Rift Bolt. Is this just a bad matchup? Can we just not beat Burn? It might actually be that Burn's a tough matchup. So yeah, spoiler, we do have a spoiler for this set, which is sweet. So that'll be coming up, I think it's next Thursday? Not tomorrow, or not this Thursday, but the following Thursday. No Black March in this deck. Sorceries only. Sorceries only because of Yumori. We're all sorcery. All sorceries. Hey, what's up, Swing for Zero? Rio. One of my first interactions with Magic Story was Brothers War. I'm so hyped for that set. Yeah, me too. That is the set I'm most hyped for this year. And all the sets are like great, but that's the one I'm most hyped for. I mean, I don't even think we got to remember Yumori because we're just going to be dead. Profane Tutor looking a little slow. Inquisition. Yeah, we're so dead. Well, we don't even have a land. 1, 2. Oh, this is not good. All right, so Cabal Coffers. Sylvan Scrying. For a Cabal Coffers. Play Cabal Coffers. Mana. Inquisition. Post got 3 cards in hand. They got 3 cards. Very likely that those cards include our death. Found it. Skull Cracks. And dead. All right. Well, that did not go well. Hey, so I wanted to say that I appreciate your work very much. I'm moving to Vancouver by the end of the month. And as a commander player, thinking about going back to 60 card formats. Pioneer seems best budget option. Any deck recommendations for a teamer fan? Ooh. Huh. I'm trying to think what teamer decks are there in Pioneer? I can't think of any like legit tier teamer decks, but I'm sure we could brew a sweet teamer deck. I'm gonna have to think about it. What is the push into teamer? I mean, I guess you could just be teamer, like teamer mid-range, teamer stuff. The upside is you're in green, so you get all the mana dorks, and then you're able to like mana dork into, I don't know, 3-drop, whatever, what, a Savage Knuckleblade or something, and just go on the beatdown plan. Something like that could work. Gruul Splashing Blue. Oh, Teamer Adventures. You could be Teamer Adventures. Yeah, the Lotus Field decks are kind of 5. Again, how do we always have 5 lands with this deck? Oh, come on. Oh, come on. It's a mirror? Oh, my goodness. Someone else looked at the Moto results. Oh, boy. Okay. Mirror with our opponent on the play and probably less than 5 lands. Well, that's a dead card. Bloodstained Mire, go. I think Wizards should make a standard set based on draft strategies that the community votes for. Ooh, they actually, I don't know if you remember this. This was, oh my God, a long time ago. But did you know, interesting trivia on the topic of the community voting on things. Do you know the only reason Blood Moon is in Modern is because the community voted it in? Back during 8th edition, they actually did polls on what cards to put in the core set. And I think it was, what was it, Blood Moon versus... Yeah, opponent has a tutor suspended. It was Blood Moon versus, oh no, what was the other prison piece that Blood Moon beat out? Does anyone remember? But actually a bunch of cards, Ensnaring Bridge is also like that. That was another card that only made it into the set because, that only made it into the set because the community voted on it. Well, I think we got a Sylvan Scrying. Sylvan's Crying. Snag a Coffers, the pretty one. Go. Did they vote on I don't remember voting for Phyrexian versus Mirian, but maybe. I remember that they did. They had both sets. They actually like promoted the Mirian one at one point, and we didn't know until they like spoiled the set which one it was going to be. Like, who won the war? Was it the Phyrexians or Mirians? Oh, we actually have all the voting here. Yeah, these are the cards. Two-Headed Dragon got in because of beating Crimson Hellkite. Necrotal over Dark Hatch, like Rewind over to Smith. Ensnaring Bridge beat Static Orb. I think, honestly, I'm glad that Ensnaring Bridge won. Could you imagine having to play against Static Orb in Modern? As long as it's untapped, players can't untap more than 2 permanents during their untap step. Ensnaring Bridge is brutal. It's not Static Orb brutal though. Noble Purpose, Arms Prayer, whatever, who actually cares? Birds of Paradise in Vine Trellis over Llanowar and Utopia Tree. Worship snuck in over Pariah Kismet. Obliterate over Jackalop's Blood Moon. Dwarven Miner. Of course, who's going to vote for Dwarven Miner? Who wants Dwarven Miner? Dwarven Miner's not even... Actually, that... would you play that in Modern? You could Coco into it and then blow up lands. They should do something like that again. I would. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Oh, this is the worst. As we were talking, apparently we got vindicated and we lost our land. Our opponent is not playing the same deck we are. We might regret playing this Urborg. This might let our opponent get a Coffers. Jackalop's in Modern would be brutal. Oh, it'd be so brutal. Hey, what's up, Fendiz? How are you today? Welcome, welcome. Oh, that Vindicate. Okay, opponent does have... Jeez. Well, I guess we shouldn't play the Urborg. This one's already feeling a little bit over. Like, we just got nothing going on. Our opponent's vindicating our... vindicating our lands. Okay, opponent's gonna... Yeah, this is super over. Brutal. Yoan! How are you today? Good to see you, good to see you. About it. Gets a Torment of Hailfire to go with their infinite mana. Tutors up another Cabal Coffers. Well, yeah, it looks like death to me. Profane Tutor ticking down. We draw more Torments of Hailfire. Well, you know what? Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Here comes Yumori. Alright, here we go. About it. Hey, how's it going, Tanos? Good to see you, good to see you. I wish we were not in perpetual state of MTG spoilers. I want to be able to enjoy what we have for a moment between sets. Honestly, like, I do also kind of miss that. Well, this is the greed. Well, I mean, I guess if you're just trusting you're going to have Urborg. But our opponent is... Opponent's playing, like, 5 color. Yeah, I mean, this... Okay, sure. Yes, we know. Well, so far, so bad. Oh boy. Well, Thought Distortion in. Go Blank in. Necromantia in. Go down. Bloodchief's Thirst seems pretty bad. We can't play Ugin, so we gotta tutor up the Ugin. Break the Ice. Destroy target land that could produce snow or colorless mana. Oh, Cabal Coffers doesn't do either of those. I don't even know what this... What is this last card? We don't even have a card. I mean, are we keeping a... I mean, I guess Gaia's Blessing cycles, right? Maybe we go Gaia... At least it draws a card. When it comes down to it, that's probably worth it. Hey, happy birthday, Tanos. Nalakila! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup for you. Life is so busy, but I try to make time to see some Saffron Olive Jank. Well, so far, jank indeed. So far, blowouts into blowouts are legal in Pioneer because of fetches, and Bobble makes them insane in Modern, but they are bad in Pioneer. What would you want on a poll? Let's say they actually did do that again, where we could take and vote on cards. What cards would you want to add to the poll? To like show up in a core set and be legal in Standard, Pioneer, Modern. I think that's a really cool idea. I don't know why Wizards doesn't revisit that. That would be so sweet. If someone here used a Mana Tutor's free loan program before, is there a way to verify without uploading my ID? Don't feel comfortable with the idea. So I am familiar with the Card Hoarder program. I've never used Mana Traders. I'm guessing there is not a way to do it without verifying your ID, but I'm not 100% sure. If it makes you feel any better, a lot of people use Mana Traders and Card Hoarder, so they both are companies that a lot of Magic players use. I don't know if that makes you feel any more comfortable with it, but I want to make videos for Goldfish, maybe Old Fish nostalgia. Yeah, nostalgia is a good topic right now, I think. Oh, all right. Inquisition. Sure. Well, that hand isn't doing anything for a while, but once it starts to do things, it should be good. Snapcaster would be a good one. I could see Snapcaster coming back to Standard. I don't think it would be too busted. I mean, it would be strong, but I think it would be... I mean, cards are so strong today, I think that Snapcaster would be fine. Well, grab a Trio. Opponent takes the Sylvan's Crying. Well, Verdant Catacombs. Suspend Profane Tutor. Yo. Boseju's not bad. Hopefully we don't have to play it as a land, but Boseju blowing up our opponent's coffers could be good. If I could review their software design, yeah, that's probably gonna be a tough sell. Jonathan Snow for the 50th. We're trying to torment some fools. So far, it has mostly been us who has been tormented. Well, opponent has the discard hand. Passes. We take down the tutor. Torment of Hailfire. Well, that could be good in a while. Well, come on, lands, I guess. Please explore. Oh boy. Well, we don't really want to play Beseju as a land, but I don't think we have a choice. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. About it. Playing a normal format. Wait, what is the abnormal formats we've been playing? About it. Yoda Man for the 46th month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super chat for you. Thank you. Wait, what is the Praetor we're getting in a new Capenna? Oh, jeez. Opponent discard for literal days. What is the Praetor we're getting in New Capenna? So I assume, is this how you view it as well? So we got to get the rest of the Praetors. They're coming. Oh, Urabras, that's right. Do you think we're also going to get more completed Planeswalkers? Or do you think that was like a one-time thing for Tamiyo? We got to be getting more of those too, right? The deck seems awkward. Well, I mean, so far we haven't run especially well. And we've run into some, just weird. What are the chances that our opponent has 4 discard spells in their opening hand? The answer is not very high, but that is where we're at now. So, I mean, I think it's too early to say anything's running, that the deck's running awkward, or that the deck's, awkward, just because it's very, very early. Well, we'll take a Coffers. We will draw more lands, unfortunately. We will play Coffers. We will activate Coffers. Opponent's probably just going to blow up our Coffers, which makes me super sad. Explore. Yumori. All right, go Yumori. This is your chance, Yumori. That's a Torment of Hailfire, and we do have a Coffers if it lives, but we've seen our opponent has apparently a lot of answers to it. Come on, deck. About it. Of course, has a Vindicate. Sure. And passes. Well, play a land. Play a pretty sad Yumori. Actually, we probably want to start cracking fetches to thin the deck. We need non-fetch land cards. Sorcery. Go. I really, wait, so where are we at with completed stuff? We think they're not going to do more completed cards? About it with a pump fake. I want the completed Planeswalker to be way more body horror than Tamiyo. She was kind of tame. That is true. I guess Tamiyo was a bit tame, wasn't she? I mean, it's a sweet card, though. Opponent, they get a Coffers. All right. The opponent passes. Go to combat. Hit ya. So if we torment, it's Torment X4. Our opponent will discard a single card. I mean, we probably still do it, right? Oh, this isn't good. We need one more mana. We needed our opponent not to have all this land destruction. Those Vindicates. Well, Torment for 4. Opponent got to discard 1. So we're going to have 1 card in hand. 1 card in hand. They're going to be at 2 life. We're so close. Opponent discards a Tutor. Drops to 2. They have to deal with the Yumori. You know what this is going to be? It's going to be Invoke Despair. 100% that's a last card. It's coming. I swear. Have you ever heard of Junji Ito? He does horror manga. I have not. I am not up on the horror manga scene. Okay, Dark Petition into Invoke Despair. So I think I'm still technically correct. I hope Koth gets completed by Urbrask so he can be Phyrexian and maintain his independence. Yeah, we need more Koths. Why? I don't know why Koth is. He's not shown up as much as other Planeswalkers. Opponent, yep, Invoke Despair. Called it down to 15. If we draw Invoke Despair, then we are the winner of this game of Magic. Inquisition. Well, Inquisition. Take the Vindicate. Explore. Draw a land. Pass the turn. All right. Whiff. Koth, no, Koth is sweet. You don't like Koth? Is Koth not a popular Planeswalker? Back in 1995, when you go to paper Magic tournaments, there was a guy who used to sell original dual lands for $3 each. Yes. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, Yumori. Well, that's okay. We can't kill it, and that will kill us, but that's better than something else. Come on, deck. Come on, deck. Be good to us for once. For once. Oh, no. They did top deck. Profane Tutor. Oh my god. All right. Well, I mean, we got 2 turns to draw something. Inquisition, the deadest of dead cards. Play the land, pass the turn. Once the tutor comes down, we're dead. We have 1 turn. We have 1 turn. Oh, Magic Gods, why? Magic Gods. If Koth completed, he wouldn't show until we go to Phyrexia, since that's where he last saw. How do we do completed monocolor Planeswalkers, though? I feel like, all right, this is a game. It's a land. I mean, we will let our opponent show the win, but we know what's in their deck. We've seen it. All right. Yeah. Opponent. Profane Tutor. For something lethal. Well, yeah, the downside of cracking fetches is it does cost life, and the math on thinning is pretty dubious. When our opponent was doing nothing, it felt like a good idea. Well, I mean, the difference is we drew nothing and our opponent drew Profane Tutor. That is the TLDR, essentially. I mean, the other thing is our opponent's playing a bunch of Vindicates, so our opponent's not playing exactly the same deck that we are. And the Vindicate's incredibly strong. Like, the Vindicate's blowing up our mana is really, really bad. Well, all right. Disappointed in this Yumori deck so far. Destructron, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup for you. Thank you. Other colors of hybrid Phyrexian could fulfill that. Like, so if you had a mono red Koth, you think they could just make a red hybrid mana symbol? Like red Phyrexian hybrid? I mean, I guess that would be possible. All right. If we lose this one, we're starting over. I feel like this is one of those, you never know when you sit down to a league of Magic. Sometimes you're just cursed. And so far, this has felt pretty cursedy. Yeah, I guess that would be like literal Phyrexian mana, wouldn't it? Well, all right. Inquisition you. What are we up against? Still think Teferi will be completed? Here's the other question. Oh boy, Hammer Time, Urza's Saga. Well, we do have Damnation, which is good. Well, I guess we take Sigarda's Aid. Go. The other question is, once a Planeswalker is completed, do you think it can go back? Or do you think Tamiyo's Phyrexian forever? Is there any way it can just go back to being normal? Esper Sentinel. But it passes. Oh, Bath the Barrel's so good. That is a reasonable draw. Let's play Cabal Coffers. Let's Inquisition. Pay the 1. Well, we're not going to die soon. That's good. Pure Steel, Double Stone Forge. Well, take pure steel. Pass the turn. Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking, that you can't be uncompleted, right? So does that mean that Tamiyo's just Phyrexian forever? Or that we don't get Tamiyo's anymore? That would be the only argument I could see against completing more Planeswalkers. If it's gonna like take them out of the game altogether, maybe it's not always worth it. I mean, I guess we've seen Elspeth die and then Elspeth not die and all that stuff. So, I mean, if Wizards wants a Planeswalker to come back, they're gonna find a way to make it happen. Inquisition. Well, Vern Catacombs. I don't really want to let our opponent draw a card. You know what? We're going to crack this, get a forest. Sylvan Scrying. Pay the 1. Get another Coffers. I mean, we're getting close. Where's our good cards, though? Where's our Invoke Despairs? Get a Coffers. Pass the turn. I think Wizards wants higher stakes than War the Spark, so I think she's gone and will die at the end. But do you think she'll be dead? Like, I don't know. How did you feel about the Elspeth thing? Wasn't there a little bit of like, I don't know. Wasn't it weird that there was a big storyline about Elspeth dying, and then it was just kind of like, guess what? Elspeth is alive. Like, I don't know. Can you do that? Can you keep doing that? Can you keep killing off characters and bringing them back? Or is there going to be a point when people are like, I don't know. You gotta cut it out with this. If you kill someone, actually kill them. Or why do they only permanently kill the Planeswalkers I love? Why do they kill off Vencers? And the Planeswalkers that I enjoy, and then Elspeth can never actually die, apparently. Willem Screamer. Well, I know Venser's the best Venser's literally my favorite Planeswalker. Out of all the Planeswalkers, it's so good with Panharmonicon. But I love Venser, and it never is coming back. Like, that's the one character that they killed, and actually, I mean, I'm sure there's others, but that's the one big Planeswalker that they actually killed off, and it really has not come back in a long time. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super chat for you. Thank ya. Well, play a Coffers. Make some mana. Make some more mana. Inquisition you. Pay the 1. Take Stoneforge. Path of Peril. All right. Well, I mean, opponents got 2 Urza Sagas. That's basically it. If we can find a Torment of Hailfire now, we're in business. This is the dream. This is the Commander in Modern Dream. They can always bring him back in Commander sets, but I don't even know. Can they bring back Fencer? Do you think they could? Maybe we need to go back in time. Maybe that's the solution. Do a set of Commander decks that is like set far enough in the past that Vencer's still alive. Kind of like a prequel. We need prequel Vencer. Opponent, yeah. Gonna make a bunch of dorks. Thankfully, they don't have many artifacts, or these would be much scarier. Opponent loses a land. And no, why no time travel? No time travel allowed? I just want another Vencer. I don't care how they do it. Time travel, no time travel. Just give me a Vencer, Wizards. So what do you think? We haven't talked in depth about the mythics. There was obviously a spoiler video on them, but I'm curious. I'm curious what you think of the mythics. We'll talk about them in just a minute. We'll go through them one by one. I want your chat expertise. Opponent passes. Blood Chief's Thirst. Okay. Well, play the land. Really could use a smidge of card draw. A smidge of card draw would be nice. Make some mana. Make some more mana. Damnation. Sweep the board, pay the 1. I mean, the Wraths have been good. All right, Construct's down. Get Yumori. The whole reason we're only sorceries. I want some crazy Mardu cards. I just always think Mardu gets left in the dust, wishing there were some cooler Mardu villains. I don't like, I did like the Mardu attack phase commander in Kamigawa. Does Mardu have bad commanders? I hadn't really thought about that. 1 mana Venser. Do you think they'll ever make a 1 mana Planeswalker? This came up, where did this come up recently? I think it'll happen. I think that Magic is going to keep going for a long time. And basically every possibility is going to, sooner or later is going to happen. Okay. All right, we draw land. Not the most helpful, but we will play it. And then we will make a little mana. And then we will Bloodchief's Thirst, the construct, pay the 1. What we would give for a Torment of Hailfire or a tutor. We have so many good draws. Invoke Despair. There's so many things we could draw that would just be close to game ending here. Opponent's last card is Reality Chip, which is a little scary. Because it does mean they're going to be able to play stuff off the top of their deck if they equip it. But all right. Come on, deck. Come on. Show us the Invoke Despair. Show us the Torment of Hailfire or a tutor. Any of those things. Any of them. About it. I think a time travel set would be cool. I'm picturing like Future Sight in reverse. Like, I guess time shifted sort of. But I'm picturing something like that where we could revisit old characters that we haven't seen in a while. All right, opponent gets protection. Oh, come on, deck. Come on, deck. You know what? That's not the home run we were hoping for, but Path to Peril looking really good right now. Path to Peril. Pay the 1. Out of here, board, opponent. Wow, they've drawn so many Esper Sentinels. All right, opponent stuff dies. We paid too much mana because we have Yumori. Go attacking. How's the Torment going? Oh, we're not drawing it. We're waiting to draw it right now. Yeah, I know. Yumori actually has text that sort of does things. Opponent, Memnite. Come on. We're going to draw the Torment. It's going to happen, and we're going to see the Torment of the year. We're due. We're due for a good top deck. About it. Oh, that works. 1, 2. Wait, do we have to wait a turn? Oh my god. That's what we wanted to see. Beseech the Queen. 10 mana, 11 mana, 12 mana. Oh, I think. Maybe we just draw cards. Maybe just drawing cards is better. Okay, let's think about this. Well, we're gonna make mana. We're gonna Beseech the Queen for triple black. We get to tutor. So if we get Torment, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can Torment for. Oh, we got to do math now. So we have, okay, tap this is +6, +3 is 9, -2 is 7. Sack, attack. It works, right? And we got Yumori. That's right. So it's 8. All right, we're doing it. Torment. We finally drew it. Torment in Modern. Make more mana. I think this should be lethal. We're gonna find out. So it's Torment for 8. And we have Yumori to attack with. Opponent. Oh, so good. It feels so sweet when it comes together. My parents might be related. How do I subscribe on this app? There should be a subscribe button right by the bottom of the screen. An opponent, 0, didn't even need the attack. That was a good one. Ooh. It's so funny. It's so funny to see these commander cards showing up in competitive formats. Like, if you look at this deck, Coffers Urborg, that is like exactly a commander combo. Like, that's what I associate most with Coffers in Urborg is commander. That's something you play in commander decks. Torment of Hailfire, that's a commander card. Beseech the Queen, never seen it in Modern. That's a commander card. So most of this deck is like weird commander cards that we're playing in Modern for some reason. Ooh, Sorin's Vengeance. Oh, you know what? You know what we gotta add? Oh, if we scrub out, you know what we're gonna do, chat? Once we finish this league, it's going pretty quick. I think we can add some spice. I mean, you know what I really want to add now that you say that? Sorin's Vengeance is fine. You know what's even finer, I think? How about Worst Fears? How about some Worst Fears action? Now I really want to Worst Fear someone. Arum Fengal, just a one-up that we can tutor up. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. Thank ya. Oh, Worst Fear sounds hilarious. We can just go to EDH Rec. We can just go to EDH Rec and look at the top black commander cards and just toss them in. Toss them all in. All right, we're going to cut what? We want all the sweepers. Maybe the Inquisitions are just not necessary. Go down the Inquisitions. Keep the Explorers, Bloodchief Thirst, removal for days. We're going to one Beseech the Queen. And Calling Ritual seems hilarious too. Calling Ritual can get this deck so good. We got to cut one more of something. You know what? One Torment. Let's run it like that. What other big expensive commander cards can we possibly add? I do love Promise of Power. All right, let's see. Top cards by color. Black. All right, what do we got? What Commander All-Stars could we play? Okay, this is all... Ooh, Ballistus Citadel. Actually, that doesn't work with Torment, though, so that might not actually be good. But that's one to keep in mind. That's an expensive black commander staple. Dictate of Erebos. Shieldred? Wait, this deck can cast... Oh, Gath. Gath is spicy. Gath is super spicy. Big Liliana. Big Liliana could be good. Villas. Massacre Worm could be good. We got one Ugin in our sideboard because we can Tuger from our sideboard. Runescar? What about just chaining Runescars? There's no Turok in this deck. Oh, that's right. Right now, though, it is worth mentioning. Right now, we are Yumori deck. So, that does mean we got to be only sorceries unless we drop Yumori. And it's fine. Ooh, in Garrick's Wig. What about Decree of Pain? Decree's not even in Modern, is it? Exsanguinate sounds good. Is Decree of Pain in Modern? I don't think it is. Decree of Pain. It probably should be. I don't know why have they never reprinted Decree of Pain in Modern? I mean, it's 8 mana. That would be fine. I kind of want this next Modern Horizons. Wizards, if you're listening. My Cabal Coffers deck would like a Decree of Pain. Please assist. Marshallets. Ooh, Golos. Yeah, Golos could actually be good in this deck. Although, again, so do you think Yumori's worth it? I guess that's the question. As we're talking about all these spicy cards we could add, the question is, do we... Oh, Bath the Barrel. Is it worth cutting Yumori? It probably is. Oh, the Mythics were the ones that were spoiled a couple days ago, but we haven't talked about them on stream yet. There's a spoiler video on the YouTubes. Are we missing anything? I really want to add a Worst Fears. Black Primordial? Black Primordial would be fine. Shieldred, Butcher of Malakir. What about sorceries? If we stick to sorceries, Read the Bones, Torment of Hailfire. See, Torment of Hailfire is really like the top scheming symmetry. Let our opponent do some tutoring too. This is all the Commander All-Stars. Peer into the Abyss. Peer in the Abyss could be sweet. Rise of the Dark Realms. Blackstone Zenith is legal. Army of the Damned. We could cast Army of the Damned in Modern. Exsanguinate's a good one. That is a good one to potentially add. Army of the Dam sounds funny too. Oh, Mind Shatter? Mind Shatter will get him good. Opponent gets it, hits us. Not a 19. Double Esper Sentinel is obnoxious. Well, play a land. Opponent's gonna draw so many cards. Praetor's Grass would be funny. Yeah, whatever Marrow's Teaser is would probably be really good in this deck, just based on its mana cost. You know what? We're just gonna pass. We'll just pat the Parallel next turn, and opponent gets to draw a million cards. Ooh, Profane Command would be... See, there's so many sweet options. There's so many sweet options we can add to this deck. About it. Jesus. No. No. Heemsley, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super chat for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my god. All right. Triple Esper Sentinel. Come on now. Come on now. The problem is if we try to cast this Path of Peril and they counter it and they draw 3, we're pretty in trouble. Yeah, Worst Fears is number 1 on my list. I don't know what to do about this. I mean, what are the chances they're going to just draw every Esper Sentinel in their top 11 cards? They've drawn 3 of them. Ooh, Grizzlebrand. Grizzlebrand could work. I'm very worried that we're going to Path to Peril and they're going to just counter it and they're going to draw 3 and then we're going to lose. This feels weird, but I think we're going to Bloodchief's Thirst, pay for as many as possible. We're just... Esper Sentinel's so good. That card's so good. This 1-mana 1/1 is just straight up winning our opponent this game, I think. No, I would love to pay the 1 Mono. I would love to. The other line is just kill Esper Sentinel and keep waiting. If we ever can find Cabal Coffers, then we have enough mana that we can just pay for all of the problems about it. We do have one Boseiju in our sideboard, the OG Boseiju for control decks. This, I don't know if it's worth bringing it in against. They're not a super counter heavy deck, but a counter with 3 Esper Sentinels is just such a blowout. I don't like anything about this. Nothing at all. All right, yep. So we don't draw land, so we're stuck doing this anyway and letting our opponent draw many cards. All right, well, they're dead. We killed them, sorta. We're still in this awkward point where our opponent gets to draw a ton of cards and we're missing land drops. Somehow Hammer Time has more lands than we do. Do you think you should play Esper Sentinel over Dark Confidant in my Modern Abzan mid-range deck? Ooh, that's a tough... Ooh, Calling Ritual's sweet. Well, we will beseech the queen. We're making this look hard. We're making this look very hard at the moment. Beseech the queen. The pretty Coffers. Play the Coffers. Pass the turn. We still need the Urborg too. We are very, very slowly building towards something, maybe. Opponent. This Calling Ritual could be good if it resolves. Wishclaw. I mean, we got a ton of tutors. We don't have Wishclaw in specific because we don't want our opponent to get to tutor with it, but oh, I always play the one in Constructed. Never in Commander. That's one of my life rules. Never pay the 1. Hey Seth, this question has already been asked a ton most likely, but how come the last couple of VODs haven't made it to YouTube? So there's only one that didn't make it to YouTube. The only one that didn't make it to YouTube was, oh no. Well, we just drew them into the combo kill by the looks. The only one that, the only one that didn't make it on YouTube, I believe. Opponent goes attacking. And All right, opponent. Yeah. They got the hammer. The only one they didn't make it on YouTube was the spoiler one, and that one we just didn't really play any Magic. We played like a game, and then watched the spoiler stream, and then had to stop for spoilers. So I wasn't sure if that was worth uploading. I don't know. Should I have uploaded it? I was thinking that because it wasn't very gameplay, and then we did a spoiler video or an official one anyway, that it would be a little redundant, but maybe I was looking at it wrong. Well, all right. We got Coffers, we got Urborg. That is good news. We got Damnation, also potentially good news. Do you know if Abash the Prey Piercer works with odd cost Torment of Hailfire? I believe that it should, although you wouldn't be able to play it in an Abash deck because its mana value is even. Or with Abash as your companion, you'd have to play it main deck. Opponent, Memnite. Springleaf Drum. Jeremy, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for Espers. No, thank you so much for your subscription. Big super chat for you. Thank you. Well, Bloodstainmire, crack it, grab a trio. On it. Untaps. Yavmaya A. Now player Borg. Oh, we might be dead before we get to do anything. Yeah, I mean, I guess. Why is Esper Sentinel so punishing? Hey, what's up, Adari? How are you? So we want a Sylvan Scrying up another Coffers, but then our opponent could be drawing into the combo kill. I don't know if it's worth it or not. Talia, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup for you. Thank you. I mean, yeah, sure. Draw those cards. The problem is, by not being able to pay the one, we're just like drawing our opponent into hammers to kill us. Like last game, our opponent didn't have anything going on, but because we let them draw 7 cards or something, it felt like 7. It was probably actually 5. But because we let our opponent draw so many cards, they just drew into the hammer and then we died. So that's a concern. Devil, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. Hey, Seth, would you consider doing a series of trying to get to the Pro Tour now that it's more accessible? Would be really interesting to watch. We'll have to see once there's more about online qualifiers. That could be fun to try to do it online. I don't really have the time or the interest in like traveling around from city to city to try to do tournaments on the weekend. Jeez. Yep. Well, that's why Esper Sentinel's a good Magic card. Opponent. Okay, Reality Chip with the free equip. Oh, so I guess we're not literally dead yet, which is something. But we can't. Oh, we really need something we can do next turn. Just like putting Yumori in hand next turn is so bad. Variant, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup for you. Thank you. Think ya about it. Gets in, hits us. Oh, come on, deck. Pat the Peril off the top. Urborg. That is not a Path of Peril. Well, okay. Actually, maybe we gotta. Well, they know we're all sorceries because we have Yumori. I was going to say we have to bluff. We could bluff and hope that our opponent doesn't realize how Yumori works, but all right, well, here we go. Please don't kill us. About it. Yeah, a reality chip when you can equip it for free is actually very strong. Oh, let me see, Daniel. Ooh, Rafine. Yeah, Rafine, we're going to talk about the mythics in a minute. I was trying to wait till after this game. Rafine is, I think, the strongest of the 3 we've seen so far. I like where you're headed with it. I think Rafine works really well with Hero Precinct 1. Kaido's strong. Seems like a sweet kind of Esper tempo plan. Something like this could work in Modern too. And then you get to Fairy too. Whew. Opponent. having a bunch of mana. Sword of Fire and Ice with the free equip. Well, okay, the only tiny piece of good news is we do have Damnation, which could resolve. If it does resolve, our life will be getting at least somewhat better here. Opponent hits us, draws a card. Doesn't attack with the Memnite for some unknown reason. Sure, we'll take it. Well, let me see, Dylan Hunter. Some Pioneer action, eh? All right. Opponent. So we go to 13. Opponent gets to draw a card, of course. Oh, they get wrecked. They free equip the sword, which gives it pro blue, and knocks off the reality chip, which now means this Damnation kills the reality chip. Oh, that went better than it should have for us. Well, we will play Cabal Coffers. We will make a bit of mana. We'll make a bit more mana. We will cast Damnation. We will pay the 1. We will not pay the 1. It's a 3. No, we cannot. But we do get to sweep the board. Opponent's got no creatures. Pass the turn. Our mana is building up turn by turn now that we got it. Oh, yeah, that was an opponent punt, but we will accept the opponent punt. Tezzerator in Pioneer, eh? Maybe. I mean, you get good removal. There's good Planeswalkers. I like Herald of Anguish a lot. Moonsnare Prototype's a pretty big addition. I mean, I think if you can get the mix right, it might need a little bit more like removal. But I think that, yeah, I mean, I think there could be a sweet Tezzeret deck in Pioneer. I like where you're heading with it, Dylan. Oh my god. Esper Sentinel. Always Esper Sentinel. Every time. Opponent. Pure Steel Paladin. And Shadow Sphere. I think, though, we might be able to have, like, the sweetest turn ever. Wait, where's our sideboard? Okay, it's in the main deck. Oh, I know what we're doing. Oh, this might be a scoop. Oh, my goodness. This is going to be the best turn ever. Oh, and they're kind of revving it. That could be a sweet addition. That does fit the commander theme. Oh, this turn's going to be so sweet. Opponent passes. We untap. We will play Yavimaya. We will explore. I think. Yeah, we'll explore. But with green mana. All right, explore. Opponent, you get to draw a card. Esper Sentinel, Buzztorito. No, we will not pay the 4. We draw. Aww. Well, now Path of Peril is probably the correct choice, unfortunately. I was gonna tutor up Calling Ritual, but now I don't even know if it's worth it. Now I think we just Path of Peril and Yumori. That's probably better, and then next turn we can get Torment and just win. Yeah, let's just do the boring thing. So add mana, Path of Peril. Actually, add even more mana. Add all the mana, 10 mana, Path of Peril. Yeah, that's, I think, the plan. So Path of Peril. Kill the dorks. So threats dealt with for now. Masterminds acquisition. Search our library. Get a Torment of Hailfire. And yeah, pass the turn. All right, you better have a counter, opponent. You better have a counter. The Cleave card is Path of Peril. Destroys all creatures, mana value 2 or less, or all creatures for 6 mana. Oh yeah, you're right. We should have played Yumori first. I will accept a punt for that. Well, we'll see. It's not gonna matter unless our opponent has a counter. If our opponent has a counter, it could matter. But this Torment of Hailfire is, I think, just game ending if it resolves. And our opponent appears to be tapping a lot. Colossus Hammer equips. Okay. Sure. We draw a slow Profane Tutor. Well, Overgrown Tomb, tapped. Make a bit of mana. Make a bit more mana. Play Yumori. On sorcery. Torment of Hailfire. Yeah. If we go X7, though, we don't... Going X7 is risky. Do we just have to pass? If we go X7, our opponent's still very much in this game. So we can't actually win. We can't actually win with it this turn. But if we wait, we're doing nothing, and then we risk just getting one shot by this dork. I mean, opponent is leaving mana up. Hey, welcome. It's Chungus. Good to see you. So it soaks up 5. This is 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Like, in theory, we live. All right. No fear, I guess. It's still only X9, which still isn't even that great. But, all right. Sure. Torment of Hailfire. So I can discard 3. Yeah, this isn't enough. We're gonna have to top deck. After all this, it's still not enough. Esper Sentinel just 2 OP. Huh. Alright. I was not expecting our opponent to sack their lethal threat, but that's good news. That's very good news. Alright, wow, the sword too? What is our opponent's plan now? Okay, Sprig Leaf, sure. They must have Pure Steel in hand? Opponent. Down to 1? Yeah, I am so glad they didn't keep the creature. The creature was a big problem. The hammer's a lot. Wow. And the Sigarda is it. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, I guess they must have Pure Steel. Otherwise, none of this makes any sense. They protected their entire hand about it. Tap land. And it's got to be Artifact Pure Steel. To Fairy. Okay. That shuts down our Profane Tutor. Bounces Yumori. And Springleaf. So confused. I am so confused. Oh, Beseech the... Oh my god, Beseech the Queen. Oh my god, Beseech the Queen. Oh my god. That should be game. Oh, and opponents tap down this time. Land untapped down to 11. This time it's going to be enough. It's going to be enough. There's no doubt about it. Tap, tap, tap. Cabal Coffers. Add 8. Cabal Coffers. Add 8. Float our mana. So good. This time it's enough. Besiege the Queen. 18 mana floating from the coffers. Yes. Yes. We will tutor up a card with mana value less than the number of lands we control. About it. Yes. That card will be Torment of Hailfire. Torment of Hailfire. This time, X is going to be very high. X13. Oh, got him! We got him! Wait, watch them force a negation. Blue card. That's our last 2 cards. Maybe we're celebrating prematurely. Do we got him? 15! 15 times 3. That's 45. That's 45 damage. And a bonus comes it up. Okay. Okay. That's what we want to do. That's what we want to do. That is exactly it. All right. So mythics. Mythics. Oh, that was good. That was good. That's what we finally wanted to see. So the deck, I don't know if Yumori's worth it. I wonder if it's just kind of more of a meme than anything. Like, do you think being all sorceries and having Yumori benefits the deck, or would we rather have the freedom to play whatever, Nakarna Revenant or something? That's kind of the question. All right, mythic number 1. And these are the mythics they revealed a couple days ago. Naya Mythic, Jetmir Nexus of Rebel. What's your opinion, chat? How good is this card? 4 mana, 5/4. Cat Demon. Creatures you control get +1/+0 and have Vigilance if you have 3 or more creatures. They get +1/+0 in Trample if you have 6 or more creatures, and +1/+0 in Double Strike if you have 9 or more creatures. I think Jetmir's pretty sweet. I think it wants you to be in a... Ooh, Death Cloud could be fun. I do love me some Death Cloud action. Ooh. I mean, we do blow up all of our coffers, but it would still be sweet. I feel like... Oh, yeah, definitely good in a cat deck. No doubt it's good in a cat deck. Is it win more? I feel like it reads like it's win more, but it's not actually win more. Like, I feel like... The 9 creatures, like, obviously, that's going to be pretty win more a lot of the time. Maybe not in Commander, but in a 60 card deck, if you get 9 creatures, it's hard to imagine that you haven't won the game already. On the other hand, 4 mana 5/4 that you have 3 creatures, 2 other creatures, and it gives your team +1/+0 in Vigilance. That's fine. That's not win more. Like, it's got good enough stats. In Commander, I think it is really, really strong. In Commander, I think that it's pretty easy to just let this chill in the command zone, and then end of the turn before your turn, cast a March of the Multitudes, cast a Secure the Waste, cast a White Sun Zenith, cast whatever, and just make a huge board of tokens, untap, cast this, hit the last mode, have just like a super double striking overrun going on. Does boost himself. Yeah, so I guess with 3 creatures, it's going to be a 6/4 Vigilance, and then it's going to get Trample, be a 7/4 Vigilance. So I think it reads more win more than it actually is. Like, I think the 9 mana mode is actually like legitimately win more, but I think the earlier modes are not as win more. We're going to try this. Little sketchy land-wise, but we're going to try it. In Standard, I mean, it works also really well with the Naya Charm. So I think this might be something, I was thinking about it in Standard. I was like, okay, but like, where does this go? We don't have a March of the Multitudes. We don't have this mass token producer. I guess you can just play it in place of like Halana and Elena in some sort of Naya aggro style deck. Is it better than that? Maybe. I have to wait and see. Like, it can offer more immediate value, but then Halana and Elena offer the toughness boost. It's tricky. Halana and Elena, this is better the first turn. Like, when this comes down, it's going to be better than Halana and Elena. Halana and Elena probably better the second turn, because then you're giving something haste along with the pump. But you could do that. But I think it's a card that might make even more sense as we see the rest of the set, because it does work really well with... It does work really well with the charm. So maybe the theme of Naya... Oh, golly. Expressive Iteration or Saheeli? So Saheeli is a combo piece, but Expressive Iteration is going to find things. Gonna find stuff. This is where being sorcery speed is super sketch. There's no way to, we gotta take Saheeli, I guess. Like, how do you interact with a Saheeli combo when your deck is limited to only sorceries? The only thing about the mass token producer in standard, Ayano, whatever it is, Uprising, is it is a sorcery, which makes it a little less exciting with Jetmir. Yeah, I mean, I guess after sideboarding, we have some more options. Very afraid of a Teferi coming down. Teferi is going to wreck our tutors and make us sad. About it. We really need lands. Oh no, untapped. That means they drew Teferi. Oh. Oh no. Well, that's game. Inquisition that goes leg. Well, we'll take expressive iteration, play the land. Profane Tutor. What about Grim Tutor? Can we just play Grim Tutor? Is that possible? Can we play a tutor that doesn't scoop to Teferi? Because the scooping to Teferi seems pretty relevant in Modern. A tutor that didn't do that that'd be beneficial. That'd be beneficial. We are hailfiring for Midmir. Maybe there's a different, better tutor. Chalice on 1, sure. Maybe there's a Teferi-proof tutor. The problem with Lutri as a companion is really the only way Lutri sees play is just, oh god, is just in a control pile. So you definitely can make a deck with Lutri as a companion, but every Lutri deck I've seen is way less interesting than it sounds. When you hear it, you think, oh, that's going to be cool. But then when you see the deck list, it's just like, okay, so I need 8 removal spells. So I can only play 1 Doomblade. So then I'll play 1 Infernal Grasp, and then I'll play 1 Go for the Throat, and then I'll play 1, down the list. I can only play 1 Thoughtseize, so I'll play 1 Thoughtseize, I'll play 1 Duress, I'll play 1 Inquisition of Kozilek. So, I don't know, that's been my impression of those decks, is they're actually not anywhere near as interesting as you would think that they would be. It's just like redundant control pieces. Garuda would do nothing in this deck. Garuda would do quite literally nothing. Well, alright, Beseech the Queen. Expensive Beseech the Queen. Did they draw a counter? Apparently not yet. Well, Coffers doesn't do... I guess we take Urborg first. Right now, Coffers at 0. It's negative. And we do have more Coffers. Yeah, let's take Urborg. Tag Urborg, pass the turn. I mean, Garuda's sweet, but I don't know if Garuda really would work with this deck. You need a bunch of big creatures, but Garuda with a bunch of big creatures is a pretty sweet archetype. About it, cracks the Scalding Tarn. Steam events. I still want to add the worst fears. If we lose this one and we have 3 losses, then we'll probably add some other additions to the deck and give it another shot. Yeah, the Hailfire is really sweet when it goes off. It's such a cool way to win a game. Opponent appears to have drawn more Teferi Time Ravelers. Takes it down. Oh, that Teferi was so brutal. Draw 2, fizzle a demonic tutor. So insane. Season Pyromancer. Sure. Opponent gonna discard some cards, gonna draw some cards, and discards a Fury and a Solitude. Plays a land. And Teferi returns. Opponent takes it up. Well, okay. Invoke Despair is actually kind of sweet here. Invoke Despair you. That gets rid of the Teferi. It gets rid of a token. It draws us a card. Okay. Okay. That could have been worse. We're still at 18. We got a chance. And we have the Torment. We need the Coffers. Next step is Coffers. That's the next piece of the puzzle. About it. Got him. Got him. Oh, that warms my heart to see someone cast a Ragavan into their own chalice. Not making fun of our opponent because I cast things into chalices more than anyone, but oh my goodness, stupid monkey getting got by his own chalice. How would Snapcaster interact with Profane Tutor? So if a card doesn't have a mana value, you can't cast it naturally. So Snapcaster would not be able to cast Profane Tutor. The only way you can cast it without suspending it is cards that say without paying its mana cost. That's why As Foretold is used with free spells. You can use As Foretold because it lets you cast it without paying its mana cost. Now let's Beseech the Queen. Get a Cabal Coffers. Play Cabal Coffers. Make a bit more mana. Beseech the Queen. Get a... Huh. Are we just going for it? Yeah, I mean, let's take another Coffers. Suspend Profane Tutor. Pass the turn. Opponent about to tap. Hey, Seth, I was wondering what happened to Wedge from the Mana Source. Couldn't find any information after he needed surgery. Ottawa to pick back up the Seasoned Pyromancer. That's a sweet little line to refuel. Opponent, Pyromancer. So Wedge discards a land. So Wedge, I don't really know all of the most recent details. I know that Wedge had all the health issues and mostly, I think, actually completely stopped making Magic content. I've talked to him a little bit online, and I think he's, from what I know, is doing better than he was, but is still not 100% healthy. Whether or not he actually comes back to doing content again, I'm really not sure. Let's Coffers. All right, opponent could have drawn a counter, but I mean, 2 cards in hand. How much mana do we have? That the number's high. 13. So we have 15 mana. We have 15 mana. What do we do with it? So the green helps us find Cabal Coffers. It gives us Explore, it gives us Sylvan Library, or not Sylvan Library, the other one, the Tron one. That's the main upside. Also some sideboard cards. Yeah, I always like some Wedge content too. You think just go for it? All right, let's just go for it. Let's just go for it. Boom. Torment of Hailfire X13. Are you dead? Are you dead? Commander style opponent. Oh, they're dead. They're dead. Hand discarded. Creature down. Creature down. Chalice down to free future Ragavans. And opponent. Oh, they're definitely dead. There's no way they can pay that many. Oh, that's the Torment of Hailfire power. That is the Torment of Hailfire power. When it works, it really works. Oh, I feel like we should drop Yamori, play 4 Expedition map instead of Profane Tutor, and swap out Bloodchief Circe for pushes at the very least. I can see arguments for that. I mean, so we lose Yamori, which Yamori's been okay. It hasn't been earth-shattering or anything, but it's been fine. I haven't minded having it in the deck, but it hasn't been super exciting. Being able to play instants would be nice in some matchups. Huh. I definitely want to add Worst Fears. I definitely want to add Worst Fears. Oh. Let's bring in Besage You. I assume our opponent's going to bring in a bunch of counters. Thought Distortion seems good. Maybe Necromentia. We definitely want to go down Path of Perils, Damnations. Can maybe cut a Bloodchief's Thirst. Something like this. Bloodchief Thirst is fine because it can't kill Planeswalkers, so this is an upside, but close enough. Let's try it like that. Dryad. Wait. Dryad of the Ilsengrove? Dryad of the Ilsengrove could be fine. It is another way to turn our stuff into swamps, which is sweet. Ooh, double discard's good. Double discard. We still need to find Coffers in Urborg, but yeah, double green is tricky. I know, that's really what drew it to me. We've seen Cabal Coffers decks in the past, but what really made me want to play this one was the fact that it was all sorceries. I've never seen an all sorcery Mori deck before. About it. Ragavan. Ugh. Well, a tiny bit early for Torment, but we can kill the Ragavan. Opponent untaps. Is a record 2-1 for real? Is that representative of the deck's power? So it is our current record with the deck. I don't think that any one league is going to actually be representative of a deck's power. So I would lean towards no as far as being representative. Like, we had some weird running where we had like a 6-land opener and like stuff happens. I don't know what the deck's record would be over the long haul. But I don't think any like 5-0 or 0-5 or anything in between. I don't think you can read too much into just a deck's performance in a 5-match sample size. Opponent. Oh, let me see Elf. Relinking because it's amusing to play Windfalling with entire deck. Ooh. Wait, what are we playing? Oh, Yoshimaru and Thrasios, eh? Windfalling with the entire deck in its hand and an abundance on the field has to be the most amusing one out there. That actually does look pretty spicy. I gotta say, Yoshimaru has been more impressive than I expected. I thought it was just like a really low power meme commander, and it turns out it's actually a pretty good card. All right, Profane Tutor, suspended. About it. As long as our opponent never draws land number 3, we're in great shape. Oh, all right, land number 3. About it passes. Take down the tutor. Well, as long as they don't draw a Teferi to ruin our Profane Tutor, we're still in pretty good shape. Well, let's explore. Oh, Coffers. Play the Coffers. Play the Besage You. Suspend the tutor. I mean, I think we could maybe win next turn if nothing goes wrong. We have a new donation from... Oh, no, they have Dovin's Veto, so we definitely don't win next turn. We need one more discard spell. Oh, if this resolves... I wonder if they let this resolve. If they let this resolve, we can get them. We can get them real good. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Swing for 0 with a $5 donation. Oh, our opponent's going to be so distraught. What do you think, chat? Oh, I think our opponent's thinking might be slightly distorted. Oh no, I'm an idiot. I'm definitely an idiot. Okay. We'll pass the turn. Oh no, my thinking might be slightly distorted because we don't have Urborg, so we can't actually cast it yet. Oh no! Oh no! Yeah, we probably should have gotten the Urborg first. Opponent's going to run out a Solitude, pitching a Felidar Guardian just to get a body on it. I will accept that punt. I will accept that punt. That is fine. I mean, thankfully we got another tutor coming. And our opponent doesn't seem... watch him draw to Fairy and ruin it. Oh, that would make me cry. That would make me cry so hard about it. Well, we know they have Dobin's Veto in hand. So just slamming the big Torment... Because we Inquisitioned them earlier. So just slamming the big Torment doesn't work. But we probably should have done it in the opposite order, where we probably should have just gotten the Urborg. And then with the next tutor, tried to get the Thought Distortion. Yeah, I don't know why I was thinking we just had the mana to do that. All right, no to Ragavan, okay. About it, passes. Profane Tutor comes down. And all right, opponent lets it go. Now I like our shape more because we get to get Urborg. Now we got the mana. We play Urborg. We make a bit of mana. We explore, draw a card. We make some mana. We Thought Distortion you. Get rid of that veto. I think this line is fine. I think getting Thought Distortion over Beseiju is actually better. We would rather just strip our opponent's hand than... We would rather strip their hand and graveyard than just make one spell uncounterable. We just did it in the backwards order. About it. Untaps. Goes to combat. Hits us. See how good this monkey is. We actually don't have many ways of stopping a Ragavan anymore. Oh, sweet mother. All right. Inquisition. About it. Up to 22. Casts it. Can take a Torment of Hailfire. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Are we at risk of losing this? We know about the veto because we cast some Inquisitions this game. Like our opponent is casting. Yeah, I mean, this hand is going to be tough for our opponent to Inquisition away. They got to take a Torment. That's the only option. Oh! Second Coffers. Second Coffers off the top. Second Coffers off the top. Well. Are we just doing it? What do you think? Do we just jam it? Do we just jam it? All right, X15. They had one turn. They would have had to draw on a counter in this exact one turn. Force Negation doesn't even do it. It's got to be like a negate or a veto or a Spell Pierce. Torment of Hailfire X13. And... oh, they're discarding. They're sacking. They're dying. Oh, Torment of Hailfire. They got to be dead, right? They got to be dead. They got to be dead. They got to be dead. Yes! Okay. And the treasure chest is back on. The treasure chest. We could still feed the kids. There's a possibility of kid feeding. Yeah, it's a Saheeli deck. So they don't have that many counters. Wait, did I miss a... oh, I did miss a donation. Swing for 0 with a $5 donation. My apologies. One mana value Planeswalker idea. Green, 2 loyalty, +1 gain of life. -2, make a Llanowar Elves token. -7, emblem on your upkeep. If you have 7 or more life, if you have 7 more life than your starting life total, you win the game. Ooh, how much starting loyalty? 1? Oh, 2 loyalty, 2. Huh. I feel like that would be too strong. I feel like maybe it's got to start at 1 loyalty. Would it be unplayable at 1 loyalty? My concern would be Llanowar Elves is already like a playable card. Llanowar Elves already sees play all the way back to Legacy. Wizards doesn't usually print it in Standard, except on rare occasions. We don't get 1 mana dorks anymore. I wonder if it's too good, because essentially the floor is a Llanowar Elves, and then the ceiling is literally win the game. I like the idea of the design, though. I just wonder if maybe it should have 1 less loyalty. All right, new mythic that we haven't talked about. Lord Xander, I want to hear your opinions on this, because this card is, I mean, ignore pre-sales, but this is the most expensive. It's not going to literally be $60, but it is the most expensive of these new mythics. Do you think this card is good? I've seen so many wide ranges of opinions. I've seen people saying, we need to ban this card in Commander. It's going to be miserable or broken or whatever. I'm more on the like, meh, like it's okay. It's pretty okay. But I don't actually think that it's really all that powerful. Like, ETB, your opponent's gonna what? Discard a couple cards? Death, they're gonna sacrifice their worst things? Not that it's bad, but I feel like it's like, I don't know, mid-powered. Out of the new mythics that we've seen, the 3, I actually think that just raw power, Lord Xander is probably the least powerful of the 3. It is fun, like, not for your opponents, but it is kind of fun to play with. It is a cool reanimation target. It's cool to, Turgid is a fun one in Standard. It's a cool thing to cheat into play, Dollhouse it into play, or, reanimate it. Great with sneak attack style effects. So I think there's uses for it, but I don't know why some people are just like so frightened of this card. People are like over the top, really, really worried about Lord Xander like being busted and just ruining things. Seems good in Marchesa and decks that can cheat it into play. I actually think it is a actively bad commander. And if you love it, you should still build around it. Just because I say a card is bad, that doesn't mean you shouldn't play it. I play all kinds of bad cards that I like. So that's not a you shouldn't play it thing. But here's my thinking about this card in Commander. My theory is Lord Xander is miserable enough that it's going to make everyone want to kill you, but it's not strong enough to actually back that up. So I think what happens is you sit down with your Lord Xander deck in Commander and you reveal your commander to start the game. Everyone's going to try to kill you because no one wants to discard some of their cards. No one wants to sack some of their permanents. Like, people don't want them to be the person targeted with that ability. So everyone's going to try to kill you. But then when you play Lord Xander, it doesn't actually like wreck the whole table. You only target one person and they only discard half their cards, and it's even rounded down. And then when it dies, they only sack half their stuff rounded down. So you're like incentivizing the entire table to gang up on you. But Lord Xander is just not pushed enough to really back up the heat that you're going to take to get it. So I mean, obviously, like I said, like, play what you love, play what's fun for you. But I think it's gonna just, like, get people killed because it's so annoying, but not strong enough to actually support its annoyingness in a weird way. What's your favorite bad card in MTG? Mine is Gaia Drone. Ooh, Gaia Drones. I got wrecked on the YouTube. Did you all watch that game? Oh, that was like, I guess, what, two weeks ago now? Where he played against that 5-color... We played against a 5-color elemental deck with Kami War and Gaia Drone, and we actually straight up lost to Gaia Drone. They played Gaia Drone and stole a Planeswalker we were about to ultimate, and God is real good. So I gained a new respect for Gaia Drone after that game. My favorite bad card is probably Panharmonicon. It pains me to call it a bad card, and I guess in Commander maybe it's not, but in 60 card formats, it's definitely not a very good card anymore. Another profane. Oh, this is another. What is Coffers? Like the most popular archetype in Modern at the moment? Why is everyone on these Coffers decks today? It's like Coffer Tuesday. We need more Worse Fears. Opponent has a Coffers. We draw an Explore. Ha. Oh, opponent gets to start tutoring too. That is legitimately frightening. Well, Verdant Catacombs, crack it. Get a forest. Explore. Urborg. We will profane tutor. Pass the turn. Well, all right, opponent. Give us your best shot. I mean, opponent's deck is already pretty good with Coffers because they're actually mono black swamps. I'm pretty sure that almost all their lands are going to be swamps anyway, so they can take advantage of Coffers better than we can naturally. So I think that getting down Urborg, especially since it meant suspending the tutor, is worth it. Xander seems pretty good in Goryo's Vengeance deck, and specifically thoughts. So, yes, but. So here's something that I've talked about before that I really dislike that's happened in Magic over the last decade. And that is, we've gotten a few top end threats that are just so far above the field, they push everything else out as options. And when it comes down to like Goryo's Vengeance, Grizzlebrand, and then if you're playing an instant speed version, Emrakul, are just so incredibly good that cards like this tend not to show up. Another example of this was Piru, essentially. Piru from Modern Horizons 2, the one that when it dies, it like rests the board. That seemed like a really sweet Goryo's Vengeance target. But when it comes down to it, from a competitive perspective, what usually ends up happening is... Oh, double Coffers. What usually ends up happening is that the old standbys end up taking over and winning in the end. And I'm afraid that's what we're going to see with this. So I think it's a definitely a fine target for Goryo's Vengeance, but I would guess that it's probably not quite as fine as the Emrakuls of the world. Torment of Hailfire. Opponent does some discarding, drops to 10. Opponent gets a tutor again. Are we dead? That is the real question. Can they cast a Torment that's big enough to make us die? Opponent, one card in hand. Tutor resolving. Opponent, Profane Tutor, Old Border. I guess our opponent deserves a win since they have the Old Border one. I watched your Commander Clash podcast about commanders. I was surprised nobody brought up OG Soren Markov with his -2 target player goes to 10 ability. Yeah, I think that might have been an oversight in our part because I think that Soren is like super powerful as a way to reset. Like infinite life or whatever. All right, do we live? I mean, if we get to resolve this Torment of Hailfire, we not only win, we not only live, but thrive. Opponent eats our Coffers. Is this enough? With our Coffers down, opponent's playing their deck like Tron. Dirty Tron player. Well, we'll get another Coffers. We'll play it. Is it enough? Is it enough through the Karn? Torment of Hailfire. X5. Oh, it's not. So we're going to put our opponent to 1 and get rid of their Karn and get rid of their hand? But they're going to live at 1 life. How do we get through 1 point of damage? Opponent, 1. Karn down. How do we get in 1 point of damage? Opponent in taps. What do they top deck? We know they got whammies. We just saw the... Oh, no. Oh, no. They top decked? Invoke Despair? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, okay. Cling to Dust. Okay. Sure. That's not what we were freaking out about. Karn, the Great Creator. Okay, tutors. Four. So opponent's literally playing like Mono Black Tron. Golos. Opponent passes. We untap. That's interesting. Well, 1-2. Coffers. Actually, we should play the land first. Play the land. 1-2. Coffers. Kill the card. Kill the card. Besiege you. Wow. What do we do? Let's besiege you away a Coffers. This at least limits the amount of mana that our opponent can make next turn with only one. Well, we got the Path of Peril. I think we're going to have to Path of Peril Golos about it. Umori, Beseiju, Golos, blocker. If we let our opponent Golos and spin, though, that seems really, really bad. We can't grab Umori and kill Golos. We need to get the Triome. We need to get the Triome to be able to cleave to kill the Golos. I don't think, with seeing what's in our opponent's deck, I don't think we can let our opponent spin Golos. Like, spinning Golos, they're playing Tron stuff. They're playing Karns and so forth. Yeah, so we're that's kind of the pinch as a Triumph coming into play untapped. But next turn we can Path the Peril and at least get Umori in hand. And we're still, I mean, we're drawing super live. If we hit a tutor, we hit a... If we hit a tutor, we win. If we hit a Invoke Despair, we win. If we hit a Torment of Hailfire, we win. There's a pretty long list of cards that if we hit them, we straight up win. Which would be pretty nice, because our opponent, they're going to just keep reassembling their Coffers Tron over there. I almost wish we could have blown up our own Urborg. If that was an option with Beseiju, I would have definitely considered blowing up our own Urborg to put our opponent off Coffers mana. All right. Tutor. If we put Umori in hand, we wouldn't have been able to kill the Golos. And if our opponent untaps and spins Golos, I think that means we lose. So I think, unfortunately, I think we just got to be able to kill Golos. Like, I don't think we have a choice here, honestly. So kill Golos. Grab Umori. Yeah, the problem was basically we needed to fetch out a Triome to be able to kill Golos. And we can't fetch out the Triome untap, so we didn't have the option to get Umori. Opponent. Catacombs. Come on, deck. Sylvan Scrying. I wonder, is there more lands that we could play? What about a Castle Lochwain? Like one Castle Lochwain. Seems like it would be really sweet. I feel like this deck could still be improved. Like, not that it's bad, but I feel like it could be even better. Well, I mean, play Mori. Hope that it lives. The scary thing is our opponent has so much mana that if our opponent draws like a Torment of Hailfire or something, if they're playing that, then that's going to kill us. Yeah, I feel like this mana base could maybe be improved a little bit. Uh-oh. Oh, God. Archon of Cruelty. Well, all right, so looks like our opponent's winning the top deck war with an Archon off the top. And hey, what's up, sexy boy? How are you? Mono Green Stumpy. come on, Magic Gods. All right. Opponent's drawing Archons. We're drawing lands. Mono Green Zombie, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Opponent. Cast a Fatal Push for some reason. Okay. Casts another Fatal Push for some reason. What are they storming? What is our opponent doing over there? Oh, they're trying to get cards in their graveyard to cling to dust? Okay. Elves Huga, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank ya. Opponent goes to combat, draws a card. Well, that's a little disappointing. Opponent, land. Draws something. Makes a bunch of mana. And plays a card. And I assume that should do it. Well, Walking Ballista. Yep. Oh, that was... So on one hand, I mean, on one hand, our opponent did have Cling to Dust, so they did have a way to draw extra cards. So that was part of the difference. On the other hand, our opponent top decked Archons, we drew lands, and that was essentially just the game. When our opponent drew action, and we just went land. Can't play Golos in a Yumari deck. That is not legal. Go blank. Yeah, not much. I guess Necromensch is probably actually very good here. Well, I guess it's something like that. The Inquisitions aren't even very good. Well, we'll try it. Opponent. Oh yeah, I gotta get the Yumori value. Only sorceries allowed. Opponent. Our opponent had like infinite mana floating. They definitely had lethal. They had lethal for sure. Well, we get to play first. Reveal Yumori. Well, okay. I like the go blank. That seems fine. We'll see if we get to resolve it against Thought Seizes for days, but... Hey, what's up, BG Stilts? How are you? Good to see you, good to see ya. Well, Bloodstained Mire, you. About it. Well, we got lots of finishers. We'll see if we actually get to get them down. Do we find the mana? Swamp and Expedition map. Well, we will grab our Triome. Another Bloodchief's Thirst. Bew. Well, this is not ideal. Sylvan Scrying for something depressing. It's probably actually Urborg is... Nah, this mirror is so awkward. If we get Urborg, we're just helping our opponent. If we get Coffers, we can't do anything. Let it loud, Kid Rock. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What do we do? What do we do? The problem is if we get Coffers, we literally just pass our turn next turn. Like, Coffers has 0 mana. So if we don't draw land, we just pass. And I don't know if we can afford that. Like, doing nothing is so bad. All right, we'll take it. The issue is, like, our opponent has enough swamps that they can do things without Urborg. We can't. Opponent passes. Oh, jeez. All right, we will draw Bloodchief's Thirst every turn. Opponent takes down Profane Tutor and plays a Cascading Cataracts and passes. We draw Invoke Despair. Well, this was exactly what I was afraid of, getting the Coffers. Opponent. Expedition map. Yeah. Not good. Would you ever play Vintage on YouTube or do a Vintage Cube draft? So we've done both of those things. We haven't done them like super often, but we have definitely done Vintage a couple of times on the YouTube, and we've done Vintage Cubes a bunch of times. We don't have the ability to cast any Magic cards. Cabal Coffers adds 0 mana. So we technically have 2 lands at the moment. So yeah, I would love to be Go Blanking. Or Invoke Despairing, or something, but... yeah, we are the one living in despair at the moment, thanks to this Cabal Coffers. I mean, that is the downside of Coffers. Opponent's got Castle Lockwing. Come on now. Come on now, you more... oh, yeah. Well... I assume they just get the land destruction lock, and then... yeah. Liquid Metal Coating. And Gabe. Well, I mean, that was the downside of Cabal Coffers. Would have gotten a basic. Yeah, I mean, with how that played out, it wouldn't have actually mattered, unfortunately. Like, we get a basic and we can cast Go Blank, but then we're still just doing nothing for a million turns. So the same thing would have ended up happening. We just did not find the lands, unfortunately. Huh. So this deck, I definitely think that this deck could be improved upon. I think the Yumori thing is definitely a meme. If you're trying to build the strongest build of Coffers, I'm guessing that it probably isn't Yumori. I don't know. What did you think about Yumori now that we actually played it? Do you think that Yumori, is it even... so what do we see it do? It came down, there was one game. Why are we not... there we go. There was one game where it was actually like kind of good, where we were able to attack with it and it did things. That one game, it was pretty reasonable. Otherwise, I guess it ramped us once. But I'm not sure that it actually is worth playing only sorceries. Although the thing I like about it is it does mean that you're not just playing Tron. Like, I think that's actually pretty cool. I think that if you're just gonna play Karn and Ugin, then this deck isn't really that appealing to me. Then you're just playing Tron with like a slightly different mana base. So I think that I like that the sorcery only restriction actually requires you to abide by it, essentially. I think that keeps you from just being like a Tron deck. But as far as overall power level, it might not actually be worth it. There's the Worst Fears. I think Worst Fears is a pretty hilarious tutor target. Are there any other big sorceries we should add? If we're gonna make a couple changes, we're definitely adding Castle Lockwings. Oh no, you want all 4 Coffers. Like, you want as many Coffers as possible. I think most of the time when we win with at least 2 Coffers on the battlefield. So I don't think that cutting Coffers would be especially necessary. So I think we definitely want a Castle Lockwing. That seems really, really good in this deck. We're definitely adding Worst Fears. Curse of the Cabal. All right, let's look at big sorceries and see what spice we can. Since this Yumori deck is not spicy enough for us, let's see what other spice there is. Damnable Pack is a lot of card draw. Peer into the Abyss. But then you just die, I think. I mean, Sylvan Scrying does the exact same thing as Expedition Map. Like, it is... Actually, if anything, it's more efficient. It's only 3 mana instead of 4 mana. Profane Command. Where's Profane Command? Mind Shatter would be funny. It's probably just too slow, though. Like, 3 mana to discard 1, 4 mana to discard 2. It's probably just not fast enough. Army of the Damned's pretty hilarious. Curse of the Cabal. Target player sacks half the permanents they control rounded down. It's 10 mana. It's 10 mana. But I mean, I guess we are the Coffers deck. So if anyone can do it, it's us. Army of the Damned. I'm going to have to get a copy of Army of the Damned if we're going to play it. Army of the Damned is funny. Fatal Push doesn't work with Yumari. Wits End. Target player discards their hand. The problem with cards like Wits End is it's so... Map is better because of push. But remember the Yumari. Don't forget about the Yumari. What does this card do? Starting with you, each player may pay any amount of life. Repeat this process until no one pays life. Each player creates a 1/1 black rat creature token for each 1 life they paid. Okay. How about Plague of Vermin? How are you feeling about Plague of Vermin, chat? Behold the Beyond. Discard your hand, tutor for 3 cards. I remember that one. Boneyard Parlay. Exile up to 5 creature cards from graveyards. An opponent separates them into 2 piles. Put all cards of the pile of your choice on the battlefield. Plague of Vermin. I just kind of want to see what happens when you cast a Plague of Vermin. Chimage, welcome to the Fish Bowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Manifest someone's graveyard. Ichor Explosion. Oh, sack a creature is not going to work in this deck. Each player's life total becomes the lowest among all players. That doesn't seem great for us. We added Worst Fears. Worst Fears is here. We're going to add Army of the Damned, I think, because it's funny. Jin of the Fire Herd. Create a 5/5 black and red elemental creature token. Target opponent sacks a creature for each black creature you control. Sacks a land for each red. Oh, we don't have enough creatures for that. I mean, I think we're committed to Yumori at this point. I don't think we can do it. Or else we drop Yumori and then we just end up being Tron, and I don't want to be Tron. Oh, Sadistic Sacrament actually sounds hilarious. So Sadistic Sacrament. I love this card. Sadistic Sacrament. 3 mana. Search target's player's library for up to 3 cards. Exile them. However, if you get up to 10 mana, you can kick it, and you search for 15 cards. 15 cards. It essentially gets rid of every relevant card in your opponent's deck. I kind of want to add one of those. If not, at least to the sideboard. I don't know if we can put it in the main deck, but we can put it in the sideboard, and it's probably pretty funny in the sideboard. Do you want to get rid of Yumori? I mean, we can get rid of Yumori. King of Sharks, welcome to the Fish Bowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. Is there any way... What is the best way for us to destroy... What is the best way for us to deal with opposing Cabal Coffers? Because apparently those are popular. Ooh, wait. Can we add red mana somehow to like Sowing Salt? Oh. Crumble? Can we get a Crumble in there? Sorin's Vengeance. Sorin's Vengeance is pretty funny. Cut Damnation for all his dust would be super good sweeper in this deck. Ooh, I like that idea. It might be a little slow, but I like it. All right, let's add this, and let's go all his dust. Assassin's Trophy's an instant, though. It's an instant. I'm gonna have to get in all his dust too, and then we can add one more Triome. that adds black and red mana. So we can cast that. Ooh, Plowunder. Plowunder is a little bit of a temporary solution, but that is a solution. Have you seen Aspiring Spike's recent Golos list? We just played against someone playing a Golos list. It wasn't Aspiring Spike, but outside of that, no. Dark Petition. I mean, so right now we have Mastermind's Acquisition to get cards from our sideboard, along with Beseech the Queen as our tutors. Are those the best options? Are we cutting Yumori? I think we're going to keep Yumori for one more league. Assassin's Trophy's an instant, unfortunately. Or it would be good. We could Maelstrom Pulse. Maelstrom Pulse is not an instant. We can get rid of Break the Ice. Go Blank, Necromentia, Path of Peril, Damnation, All is Dust, Thought Distortion, Sadistic Sacrament. Okay. That seems fine. Go down the Punishment. I don't know if anyone's playing Mill. The only reason to play Gaia's Blessing is because someone's playing Mill. I don't know if we actually need to hate on Mill. I guess we can go down the Damnation. Beseech the Queen is limited by the number of lands we control. So by the time we cast it, it can mostly get everything, but it doesn't necessarily get literally everything. What are we? I don't know about basic. Maybe one basic forest, a Bloodstained Mire. Do we even need this Yavimaya? Is Yavimaya even worth it? I don't even know if it's worth it. All right, how about that? Oh, 22 lands that's not enough. All right. Hang on. We need to add swamps. We're gonna play more of this deck, I promise, in just a minute. All right, so add in 2 more swamps. I guess we can add in 1 more forest. We got our Worst Fears. The Worst Fears is in the deck. It is officially in the deck. So we are Worst Fearsing. We do have to cut something, though. The question is what? What are we cutting? And then we need 2 cards. Hang on, let me order these real quick, and then we'll try our new and improved, even memeier version. I am really excited about the possibility of Worst Fearsing someone. Is Worst Fears even good? Probably not. Just one shot steal a turn. Is that even helpful? By the time it comes down, is our opponent even going to have anything? Are they even going to have anything in their hand that's going to be worth getting? Also, Thoughtseize or Inquisition? Explore seems fine. Oh, what do we cut? We gotta cut 2 cards. We have a new donation from Alex Mateo. Don't fight it, Seth. Drop people during the dark side of Mono Black Tron. Never. I might be a lot of things, but I am not a dirty Tron player. Force of Wall for the 14th month. I got the cards ordered from Card Order. They should be coming momentarily. Force of Wall, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you. Oh, we got that. We got all that. We got the Thought Distortion. We got the Sadistic Sacrament. You know, we can probably go down 1 Torment of Hailfire, right? 3 is enough. Is 3 enough? We tutored up when we want to finish the game anyway, and now we have other finishers. Let's go down 1 Torment of Hailfire. Go 3 Torments, and then cut 1. I don't know what the last cut is. Is Path of Peril better than good old Damnation? It was pretty good in our. It was actually pretty good in our league, and we played against Hammer Time, and it being cheap was actually pretty relevant. Overall, I don't know. But it was pretty good. How good is Explore? I mean, 2 Explorers is very good. Player of the Year good. 1, whatever. Crime and Punishment, have to add white though. We actually have Crime and Punishment in the sideboard, I think. We do. We got one. All right, should we just run it like this? Oh, 61 card special. I don't really like running 61 card specials. You know what? We're gonna go on one Profane Tutor is good. Do we need white mana for anything? Should Save Eternal be Blood Crypt? So white mana is for the backside of Path of Peril. Plus, we can always cycle it. And then the red mana is for Crumble to Dust out of the sideboard to win the mirror. You know what? We'll just go on one Besiege the Queen. Boom. Game on. Game on. Here we go. Where are you? Where are you, Yamori? We're sticking with Yamori one more time. We're gonna... Uh-oh. Wait, why is our deck not legal? We got an All Is Dust, Moto. Where's our All Is Dust? Yes, the stream will be up on YouTube. Did I not get an All Is Dust? What did I order from Card Hoarder? I swear I ordered an All Is Dust, but apparently I did not. All right, well, one more shot here. Boom, All Is Dust. Coming, and then we'll get to play. Can we please play Dash Hopes in the board? The problem with Dash Hopes, so Dash Hopes, maybe we got to do against odds Dash Hopes at some point. The issue is, for Dash Hopes to work, you need to be very aggressive. Because if you're not being aggressive, then it just does nothing. Your opponent's like, sure, take the 5, whatever, this never happened. If you can be very aggressive, then you can make taking the 5 be an actual punishment. I don't think that this deck is aggressive enough to actually make it work. I think that it's a little lacking because we don't really damage, like, unless Yumori gets in there. It doesn't really do anything. But we might have to build an against odds deck with this because it is a pretty funny card. Punisher Tribal. Yumori is broken. I mean, I think we proved that with our Yumori 2/3. What is the main finisher of the deck? The main finisher is Torment of Hailfire with oodles and oodles of mana. But we now have Worse Fears, and we can now make a bunch of tap zombies, which are probably not very good. But still, that's a lot of zombies. 13 zombies, that's a lot of zombies. I want to see what that new black card is that Mark Rosewater promised. From New Capenna, the 13 black mana value card. That could be the new all-star in this deck. If there's ever a deck to cast something that costs 13 black. Hey, thank you, Stone Rain. All right, let's try it. Here we go. We got our All Is Dust. It has been achieved. We are not wish clawing, although that is kind of a funny idea. We don't, yeah. So we can wish claw. That's actually hilarious. That might make me add Wish Claw. Do I actually even have one? You know what? Boom. We might have made the deck worse, but that's fine. Here we go. Let's do some things. So every set Mark Rosewater. Oh, no. Oh, yes. I got so excited by that idea. That's right. Yumori. I mean, that is a neat synergy. But in the end, we're a Yumori deck. Can't do anything about it. Yeah, zombie beat-out. I want to see... I mean, that's our main goal. Are we going to 5-0 this league? Probably not. But can we potentially Worse Fear someone? Yes. Can we potentially Army of the Damn someone? Yes. That's what I want to see. That's what I want. That's the goal. That's the hope and the dream. We saw some big torments last league, but hopefully we can we can do some other big things. Have Boseiju Shelters all in the deck for control? Yeah, there's one on the sideboard for the control matchup. I mean, we went 2 and 3 last league. That wasn't bad. And we ran pretty... Oh, my green screen is a little awkward. And we ran pretty clunky in a couple games. I bet it's going to be something terrible. Like, cost 1 less for each creature in the graveyard. Exile all graveyards. I'm thinking, here's my prediction. We kind of got a white one. We kind of got a red one. What about some sort of Blasphemous Axe style effect? Maybe, probably with upside because 15 is so much, but some sort of destroy all creatures, cheaper based on the number of creatures on the battlefield. I think that seems like a pretty reasonable option. So what is the idea of this deck? The plan of this deck. So what this deck wants to do, it's basically a commander deck in Modern. We are trying to get Cabal Coffers, makes mana for each swamp we control on the battlefield with Urborg, so all of our lands are swamps, and then using the mana that can make, we can cast huge Torment of Hailfires to burn our opponent out of the game. We can cast Worst Fears to steal our opponent's turn. We can Army of the Damned to make a lot of zombies. We can Invoke Despair to draw a bunch of cards. We can use Mastermind's Acquisition to tutor hilarious cards from the sideboard, like maybe a Sadistic Sacrament to exile most of our opponent's deck, or Thought Distortion, or All His Dust, or Crumble the Dust. So basically, weird mono black ramp with Torment of Hailfire as the finisher. Kringlemeister, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super chat for you. Thank you. Well, all right, Yumori. Yumori survived the cut. This is Yumori's big day. The best Yumori, the most play Yumori's ever gotten, I think. I was thinking, like, what companion is going to be best in Modern now that Lurrus is gone? Yumori wasn't one that really popped up on my radar. Is potentially good. Well, Triumph one. Go. Ooh, what about this deck with Hydras? That would actually be hilarious. What if instead of finishing the game with... black spells, we were finishing it with big green, like, Mistcutter Hydras? Yeah. Alright, looks like control time. Inquisition. Opponent. Archmage's Charm, Memory Deluge, Double Solitude. All right, well, tap land go. Sure. So opponent's hand's actually not that great. The Memory Deluge will probably find them something that's great, but for the time being, they don't got much going on. And I mean, we got Sylvan Scrying and Beseech the Queen, which hopefully means we get Coffers Urborg and just do fun things. Wouldn't Mistcutter be hilarious? We do have the green mana, so it could actually work. Oh, 15 mana Black Legendary Demon would be super sweet. Yeah, we have the X-Spell doubling season thing. That would be also perfect. Opponent passes. Well. Play a swamp. And beseech the Queen for Coffers. Hopefully our opponent didn't just draw a counter. That would be a bummer. So we have 2 Triumphs in the deck. The white one lets us cast... Path of Peril with Cleave, so we can actually destroy all creatures. And then the red one is for Crumble to Dust out of the sideboard. Yeah, that's the thing. So 15 mana, we have like 2? We have like 2 creatures, Auto-Chithian Worm and Emrakul. One of them is like insanely busted and the other one's insanely bad. So I feel like there's a huge range of what a 15 drop can look like, ranging from like the most broken creature, most broken reanimation target, whatever, cheating to play target in Magic, to like stone unplayable. Found it. Gonna get in with the Shark Typhoon. I mean, we're not really Troning though. We're Humoring. We're not Dirty Tron players. That was the whole goal of this deck, was to avoid being Dirty Tron players. Well, Cabal Coffers. Make a bit of mana. And Sylvan Scrying. For Urborg. And then suspend Personal Tutor past the turn. We're trying. I mean, we got to fight through the counters, but we're kind of getting there. Slowly getting to where we want to be. About it. Hey, you're awesome, Land Party. How are you? Good to see ya. Cabal Coffers is like way sweeter Tron. We played against another Coffers deck that was very Tronish. Like they were just straight up Emrakul or Carning and doing all the Tron stuff. This deck is a little different than that. Our deck is actually kind of going its own path. Stone Unplayable seems likely. Draco also not very strong. Scion of Draco is actually pretty good though. Of course it's Modern Horizons too, so of course it's very good, but so opponent deluges into some cards. What might they be? Big Teferi. Yikes. Yikes. Untaps to leave up interaction. Okay, well, this is concerning. So the problem we're going to have here is, can we just resolve any spells? Can we resolve any spells, or are they all just going to get countered? Profane Tutor, ticking down. We draw an Explore. Well, play Urborg. Explore. Play Verdant Catacombs. Make Cabal Coffers mana. Kill Teferi. Die, please. Besiege the Queen. Oh my goodness, they might not have a counter. They might not have one. Oh man. Oh, jeez, I really want to Worst Fears. You know, wait, actually, you know what we do? We Army of the Damned, for sure. Because that actually has flashback. Oh, we can't Army of the Damned or Worst Fears because it's Besiege the Queen and we need more lands. Oh, defeated by rules. Well, that's less exciting. Besiju is in our sideboard though. It's in our we don't have it in the main deck. We have new Besiju in the main deck, but all right, Besiege the Queen kind of failed us here. One, two, three, four, 5, 6. Another Torment. Yeah, Torment would be fine. Invoke Despair would be fine. Another Coffers is also... We might just take the second Coffers. Yeah, let's take the Coffers. It doesn't seem like our opponent has... It doesn't seem like our opponent has a counter in hand. And we actually have another Tutor suspended. Unless our opponent has Teferi. So our opponent's actually like kind of in an awkward spot here. They need to play Teferi, but then they also need a counter to not die to Torment. Yeah, like normally the deck really wants 2 Coffers. After you have 2, you have enough mana to do whatever you want to, but yeah, it crossed my mind. Oh, come on now. Chalice in the Void. All the Storm Giants. Well, okay. Opponent. Jeez, all right, all the answers. Oh, no. I mean, I think we're running it out there, I think. Teferi ticks up, hits us. Opponent layers and layers of interaction. Well, yeah, so Profane Tutor countered in multiple ways. Ices are Coffers. Okay. Well, that's annoying. We wanted that mana. Yeah. Oh. All right, so is it enough? We draw Inquisition. I'll play the Coffers. So we can go X8? X8 is definitely not lethal, though. Maybe we just pass. Yeah, let's just pass. I think we need to have lethal. Yeah, I mean, I guess we can get Yumori. That's true. If we're gonna stick with Yumori in the deck, we might as well actually try to do something with it. So get Yumori, play Yumori. Got to give our opponent a good Teferi target. And then next turn, we can Inquisition, Torment for lethal, hopefully. This is a goal. About it. Yeah, we're all in on the sorcery plan. All right, about it. Let's see it. We know they have 2 Solitudes in hand, which aren't very good. And if we can bait them into casting one, that would be great. Teferi draws an extra card. Maybe. This is gonna be a big Torment if we can get it to go off. Philanders, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank ya. Opponent gets in. Yeah, they got 2 Solitudes in hand. Down to 15. Opponent passes. Is this another Fire Ice? Damnation. All right, well, we will make... All right, so we will play Castle Lockwade. Inquisition our opponent. Take a peek. Let's see what's going on over there. Shark Typhoon, Teferi. They don't have it. I mean, they can, I guess, draw a card to try to find it. But we'll take the Teferi. Here we go. Manas. More manas. I mean, we're going all the way. We are going all the way to the end. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't ice there, but Torment of Hailfire, X15, and we'll see. We'll see if our opponent can randomly spin into a counter. Torment of Hailfire, opponent. What do you say, friend? What do you say? Spice Lord, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. About it. Facing down a Torment X15. So they can cycle the ice and try to hit a counter. I have no idea why they didn't tap down our... Why they didn't tap down our, our coffers here. About it. Now they tap our coffers. And... Shark Typhoon? Now it's got to be Counterspell, I assume. Or, yeah, Force Negation. Hold. Come on. Come on. This will be so much easier once we have Beseiju to not get countered. Opponent. Ha! Scoops it up. Okay. Good enough. Good enough. Good enough. The Torment X15 comes through. And now Beseiju comes in. Bajukabog comes in. Goblank comes in. Sadistic Sacrament comes in. Necromancy comes in. Thought Distortion comes in. We go down. What? Honestly, we probably are going to put the Army of the Damned in the sideboard for this one. Army of the Damned can go on the sideboard. We can always find it with our acquisition anyway. We probably got to cut most of the Profane Tutors. Maybe all the Profane Tutors, honestly. They got Chalice and Teferi. Chalice and Teferi! Those are both really, really good. Got to go down the Sweepers. We can keep the Blood Chief's Thirst. So we do have a couple slots left over. Crumble, I guess. Maybe we keep the Army of the Damned. Actually, maybe All Is Dust. All Is Dust can get rid of Planeswalkers in one Profane Tutor. Actually, maybe, can we keep Army of the Damned? I'm afraid, well, they're going to take out their Sweepers, right? If they got Sweepers, they're going to take them out. All right, rather than hoping they don't have any of the cards in their deck, we'll take out the Profane Tutors and try it like that. Yeah, Torment's gone up and up because of Commander. It was basically a bulk card, but it is a fairly popular Commander finisher. Is All of Us better for Masterminds? So Masterminds acquisition can tutor from anywhere, so it doesn't actually matter. Karn, it's actually really important that you put it in the right spot, because Karn only gets it from the sideboard. So you have to make these weird choices about like, oh, do I want it in my sideboard so Karn can find it? Do I want it in my main deck? With this, Orberg was actually like a really, really, really good draw there. With this deck, though, it doesn't really matter because acquisition hits main deck and sideboard. Psychogenic Probe was one of my favorite against odds. I kind of want to revisit that at some point. Opponent. Hallowed Fountain. Untapped. And... yeah, we draw a Bajukabog, eh? Well, let's just Inquisition. Opponent. Opponent's deck should be a lot better now. We really, really want Beseiju. They should have a lot of counters and a lot less dead creature removal. Yeah, counter one. Well, Forest Goo. Yeah, this is an old school control finisher. There was a time where this was like the premier finisher for blue-white control. About it. Teferi. Well, I'm glad we don't have... I'm gonna draw. Glad we don't have the Profane Tutors in the deck at the moment. Who Invoke Despair. Is Mini Sad Sack worth it? I wonder if it is. I mean, we got Torment of Hailfire. You know what? We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. It's not the 10-mana kicked mode, but getting rid of 3 things is still something. That's still something. I mean, we might be able to get rid of all the, like, Hero of Dominarias. Worst case, we can see how many counters are in our opponent's deck. So we're going to get it peak value at least. Yeah, without Kicker, it's definitely sad sack. With Kicker, then it becomes Sadistic Sacrament. Leaving up Beseiju for what, though? Like, what are we... I don't think we want to kill the Colonnade until they activate it. We'd rather have them spend mana on it and then get it. So I don't know. There's not much that we would need to Beseiju here. All right. Okay. Well, that's a big win. Our Sad Sack got a Shark Typhoon and a Force Negation. That is better than... I'm surprised our opponent did that. I'm like shocked. I mean, those 2 cards out of our opponent's hand is way better than taking 3 cards out of our opponent's deck. Like by a million miles. Oh, someone's crying. Well, Sylvan's crying. How many counters do you got? Not enough. Well, we will take Cabal Coffers and be very happy about it. Take the Coffers. Bajuka Bog. Nuke your graveyard. All we want is, we want the other Beseiju. That is the last piece of the puzzle. If we can get the other Beseiju, then we're really in good shape because our opponent can no longer counter our stuff. And then we're just good to go. About it. I mean, it's hard to just pass up all the mana. Our opponent's already spent 2 counters. It's hard to just pass up the ability to just sling big spells. Verdant Catacombs. Well, Cabal Coffers make little mana. And Torment X5. Opponent, please counter it. Yeah, we actually added a castle. All right, opponent's got the counter. Now, they do have a lot of counters. I will give our opponent counter credit. They have many of them. Castle, Lockwain, Beseiju. Those are our best draws. Opponent's not drawing many lands. About it passes. Beseiju. Beseiju. Not this one. Please not this one. About it. Ooh, tapping. Mana. Wow! Does this mean they have another Force Negation? If they don't have another Force Negation, we draw a Swamp. Well, Verdant Catacombs. I mean, we gotta go for it. We can't not do this. Invoke to spare you. About it. Do you have another force? Nope. Not spending it at least. Shark down. Teferi down. Oh, we're like one big draw away. We're one big draw away. All right. Get Yumori. And then I don't even think we want to Inquisition yet. I think we want to wait until we have something big to resolve. Just firing it off here randomly doesn't seem that helpful. Opponent untaps. And I'd have killed 3 fairies since they're digging for lands. Yeah, I mean, the Invoke does get rid of it. And we had the mana left for the Bloodchief Thirst if we needed to cast it. Let's grab the Overgrown Tomb. Untap. Something big. Ooh, Sylvan's crying. I do like Sylvan's crying. Sylvan's crying for Castle Lockwain's not bad. So Cabal Coffers, mana. Sylvan's crying. Oh, this is actually a tough question. Do we take Beseiju or do we take card draw? Beseiju puts us in a position where if we ever draw a big thing, we win. Just go with Beseiju. Oh, but drawing cards, what if we don't draw anything? Yeah, I know. Card draw can find us Beseiju. You know what? I'm going to take... I'm so tempted to take Castle Lockwain. Beseiju guarantees the win if we draw a finisher, which that part's not guaranteed. All right, we'll take it. Chat, deny me my card draw. Oh, chat. Well, play Mori. Oh, 5 life for 1 card, no problem. Anytime. Yeah, but Castle Lockwain can't get countered. That's guaranteed card draw. About it. Snapcaster counterspell. Well, now we are going to play the Inquisition. There's really not a point not to, since we have Beseiju now. Yeah, so you've already countered, Inquisition you. About it. Handful of counters. Well, we'll take the one that can draw cards. We'll play Beseiju. We will pass the turn. All right, finisher. That's it. We need a finisher. Any one of our big things is absurd because we have it uncounterable. We're all set up. Can we draw it? Can we find it? That's all we need to win. About it. Another Celestial Colonnade get in, hits us. Come on. Let's see that Torment. All right. Actually, okay, so... Well, you know our opponent has 1 million counters. So we're going to do this over the course of 2 turns. Turn 1, Mastermind's Acquisition. Search our library for a card. People really want Army of the Dam. It's so risky. What's in our opponent's hand? Cryptic. You know what I really want to take is Worst Fears. I don't think that's like the optimal choice, but I really kind of want to take it. Army of the Damned is risky. It would be funny though. Oh, we can cast Thought Distortion right now? We can. I mean, that is pretty good. So our opponent would make a shark and then just start attacking us. I mean, we could still lose to that. I mean, Hailfire is the best option. Hailfire is the win the game option. Worst Fears is the funny option. Army of the Damned, I'm afraid if we get it, we die. So next turn, so we take 2 down to 13. And then we have to spend 2 to make it uncounterable. And then the zombies are tapped. And there's a Celestial Colonnade or 2. So I'm afraid Army of the Damned... Oh, and they have Cryptic to tap them down. Yeah, I don't think we can go zombies. I think zombies is off the table. Thought Distortion is hilarious. Ugh. The deck is memey enough we should go for the throat. I mean, you're definitely right from a spiky perspective. Like, the win the game mode is just take Kiki Jiki. Welcome to the fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup for you. Thank you. Thank ya. All right. I mean, I think we're gonna stick with it. We're just gonna take the Torment. We're gonna take it. I mean, I think that Torment of Hailfire is pretty spicy still. Given the circumstances, and given that we're up against control, given that we know Worst Fears isn't going to really do much against their hand because we just saw it and they don't have anything going on except for counters, given that if we play Army of the Damned, I think we literally just die to our opponent attacking us and tapping our stuff because the zombies come into play tapped. I think we just got to go with the boring option, essentially. Memory deluge for our opponent. Bouncing Besage could buy our opponent a turn. That is a possibility. That would buy them a turn. I mean, our Torment's gonna be big. Our Torment's gonna be lethal. I'm pretty sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 12, 13. I mean, it's going to be like X11 or something. So I think that being lethal is not going to be a problem. We'll see. I mean, they could Fire Eyes, tap down the Cabal Coffers, start doing those shenanigans again. Oh, geez. Oh, actually, that's fine. We have Besage. Besage got that covered. We had Besage Tribal. Besage Tribal for the win. Opponent name's Coffers. Chalice on 0. Okay. And hits us. Well, okay. I'll blow up Alpine Moon. So now I think our opponent has to bounce Besage. Besage's together, combining the new one and the old one, exactly what we needed here. So opponent's hand is 2 counters and a Shark Typhoon. If they don't bounce Besage, they're dead. If they do bounce Besage, then they're dead next turn. Very likely. Steam Vents. Tapped. Opponent, are you bouncing? No. All right, well, tap. Mana. More mana. Torment. X11. Does our opponent survive this? They sack this. They discard 3. That's 5, and then they're taking 18. So I think we're good. All right, Torment X11, uncounterably. Oh, I'm paranoid now. Did I make it uncounterable? Okay, it is uncounterable because we have Urborg. We could technically have just tapped it for black mana. All right, opponent. How about 11 copies of Torment of Hailfire? Oh, opponent. I think they're dead. I think they're exactly dead. Like, we have just enough copies. About it. Control player. Oh, Remand still doesn't actually work. Unsubstantiate would work. Something that just says return target spell to hand would work. Remand actually says... Remand says counter the spell, but then return it to hand. So it's still a counter spell. Yeah, I guess Shark Typhoon makes a body and puts a card in hand, and our opponent could get rid of everything and go to 1. That's what you should have done on our upkeep, opponent. little late for that now, bud. now they cryptic the Besage, but it's still It still can't be countered. It doesn't make a difference. It's already uncounterable. That's not gonna do what you. Your opponent knew the line. They just didn't do it in time, and now they shame scoop. I think. It seemed like our opponent thought that bouncing the land would have actually somehow fizzled the. Well, we'll take it. That was a big torment. I'm not even gonna try to figure out what our opponent's doing. We'll take it. We'll take it. We'll take it. Yumori power. It does feel good to beat control on occasion. Yeah, it's funny because you could tell, like, our opponent did the line that would have kept them in the game another turn, but they just did the line after we already cast the Torment of Hailfire. So actually we'd be... Oh, so we finished our last league. We finished our last league 2-3. So I guess overall we're 3-3 with the deck now. We'll go with that because I don't think... I'm going to have to... Probably after this match, I'm probably going to have to go get Bear from the puppy sitters. So we probably won't make it through this whole league. Maybe we can get a Worst Fears or something though before that. This deck's kind of sweet. I still think Yumori, like, that deck's so funny and it's so fun and I really like it. Whether or not Yumori is actually the right way to build it, yeah. All sorceries is a big restrict. Oh, chat, have you actually ever seen a Yumori sorcery deck before? I was trying to think back. I don't think I can't remember an all sorcery Yumori deck. I've seen all creature Yumori decks. I want to say that once a long time ago I saw an all instant Yumori deck. I'm pretty sure I've never seen an all sorcery Yumori deck. Yeah, Cryptic can target anything, so it could target our opponent's own lands. Wishclaw Worst Fears is funny. I do like that idea a lot. We would have to drop Yumori, but being able to... The synergy is just so sweet. You get to... So you can use Wishclaw to get Worst Fears. Worst Fears your opponent. You control their turn, so you get to tutor and wreck them with what you tutor, and then you get it back again. So you're going to be able to... You're going to be able to use it anyway a second time, which is kind of absurd. Sylvan Scrying, like a dirty Tron player. Let's start with Urborg. Go. Well, I mean, looking up, we're gonna have Urborg Coffers. Wait, we're not in stream? Oh, because we reset the league. We already did it once, but apparently it reset. There we go. Stream mode achieved. About it. Triome. Oh, all right. Some sort of money pile or elementals. Ran and 6. Sure. Gets back the land and passes. Well, play Urborg. Inquisition, our opponent. Fatal Push, Expressive Iteration, Chandra, Damnation. Oh, all right. It's like a 5-color Crim deck. All right. Sylvan Scrying. Get the Coffers. Pass the turn. Well, our opponent's hand not doing much at the moment. Yeah, maybe it is just Jund splashing blue, I guess. Expressive Iteration so busted that you... Wow, is that a Shipwreck Martian Modern? Huh. You don't usually see the Innistrad lands in Modern. That's interesting. They are very good. I wonder if they actually are... Maybe they are good enough in a slower deck. Opponent. They do have the fancy lands all the way down. Yeah, opponent gets another land and passes. Beseech the Queen. All right, so how do we actually just make our opponent die here? We play Coffers. We make Coffers mana. We beseech the Queen. For another Coffers. And then we explore. for a Coffers. Wow, it's actually just kills Ren in 6. Maybe Bloodchief Thirst is good. Just being able to snipe Ren in 6 is hilarious. All right, well, let's do Coffers. That's a big Torment coming. Is it lethal? I think we want to draw one more land, but if our opponent just like runs out, I guess they have 8 cards in hand. So it's not gonna, they're gonna be able to discard a lot of cards to this, but it still could be pretty good. Another land would help up the count. There's a Chandra. Yeah, that was not a bad turn. Stupid Monkey. Uncastable, down to 18. Land. That's a land. All right, so Bloodstained Mire. 1. Oh boy, is this enough? Do they have a Force Negation? Float mana. 10x10. Oh. So this doesn't actually win. But they are a black deck, so I think we need to do this. If we don't do this now, there's too big of a risk of them drawing Thoughtseize. So Torment x10. This should at least clean out our opponent's hand and hit him a bunch. Explore during a land could have ramped you. Yeah, but Explore whiffing is -2 on our Torment, which would have been a bummer. I don't think it's lethal because they have 6 cards in hand. So our opponent can discard 6 and then take 4 for 12. Or discard 5 and go to 1. So I think our opponent basically is going to lose their hand and have very little life, but they don't quite die. I expect they keep the Chandra. Their Chandra is probably their most realistic pathway to victory. All right, opponent goes all the way, so they will not be cracking any fetches. Down to 1 card in hand. Chandra on the battlefield. Fetch lands offline, which is actually kind of relevant. About it untaps. Well, we need 1 more of basically anything before the Chandra gets us. Yeah, the Chandra art is sweet. Opponent takes up, hits 8 Fury, can't cast it. Down to 16. And plays. Well, okay, that's a good way to refuel. That's probably what our opponent held on to. Yeah, it's kind of Rakdos. It's basically 4-color, though. They got Wrens, too. I don't even know what this deck is. It's a money pile. Yeah, creature land could be worth considering. Opponent hits a land that doesn't do anything. Passes. Well, let's thin the deck. Crag the Bloodstained Mire. Get a Swamp. Draw. Oh! That's a good one. That is a good one. So let's start with. Okay, let's activate a Coffers. Explore to draw a card. Coffers. Invoke to spare you. Get rid of that Chandra. And make you die? Oh, they didn't have a counter. I was afraid they had a counter. Excuse me. Drown in the Loch seems like the kind of card they'd have, but apparently did not. Have I drafted Kamigawa yet? We did one draft on stream, but other than that, I haven't done a ton of Kamigawa drafting, unfortunately. How is it? I've heard that it's really good. Hive of the Eye Tyrant could be worth it in the deck. I do think 1 creature land would be nice. We're leaning so heavily on having an Urborg anyway that I think it's fine. Like, it's not like we have to be playing only swamps. We're trying to combo, essentially, so it's not like we have to maintain an all swamp mana base to make Coffers work. Yeah, probably gonna go down the sweepers, I think. Maybe we keep the Grace of Granite. Oh, it's so expensive. Might be worth it. I really want to resolve Sadistic Sacrament. I don't even think it's good. It's really bad in this matchup. Well, maybe Thought Distortion. All right, whatever. Let's try it like that. That's fine. Biggest problem is it's not a swamp, so it makes Coffers worse. Yeah, that's something to keep in mind. Although, like I said, with this build, I think... Oh, God. Well, okay. Wow, this hand. well then. That is, we have Tron. We have assembled our Tron. Coffers Tron. This is going to be interesting. Opponent Demons and a stupid monkey. That is concerning. Okay, well, now it's slightly less concerning. That was a pretty fortunate draw to not get Ragavan into Oblivion. Yeah, this is a lot of Coffers. This is many Coffers. Opponent Bloodstained Mire cracks it. Overgrown Tomb down to 15. Ran in 6. Gets back the land. About it. Oh, we don't have green though, do we? Well, play a Coffers. In the late game, this is going to make a ton of mana, but right now it's not doing a ton. I guess we Inquisition for now. Veil of... Oh, boy. Veil of Summer double expressive iteration. Well, we're going to take the... I don't even know. I guess the Veil of Summer. We'd like to resolve this Invoke Despair. That would be helpful. Yeah, opponent's got... This deck's got to be pretty expensive. It's an expensive deck, and they also have, like, the most blinged out version of every card. About it. What format do you think is going to be the best format to play long-term besides Commander? Modern or Pioneer? Honestly, long-term, like the next 10 years or something. And this is a high-risk pick, a little bit speculative, but I really feel like Pioneer is going to be set up for success. To the point where if things go the way they could go, I think it's possible that Pioneer becomes what Modern is now in the future. Right now, I think it's Modern. It's definitely clearly very far ahead of Pioneer. Or maybe not very far, but pretty far. But I think 5-10 years from now, I think there's a trajectory where that could change. Oh, I really kind of wish we had green mana. We're a little Coffers flooded, actually. Oh, pass the turn. Pauper. Pauper's an interesting choice. I would not have... Yeah, it looks especially cool with it also being a swamp. It changes the border when there's an Urborg out, and it makes them look even better. Found expressive iteration. And... very curious if Wizards is going to reboot Modern or Pioneer in 10 years' time. It's a good question. I don't know the answer. I mean, I think the most likely outcome is the Ashes Ragavan. I would say the most likely outcome would be Modern becoming what Legacy was. Oh, we could use that green mana. And then Pioneer becoming what Modern is. I think that's a reasonably safe bet. Well, all right, Coffers 3. Make some mana. Make some mana. Invoke Despair you. Inquisition you. Hitasugu Memory Deluge. I don't think we care about Hitasugu. So we'll take Ragavan. All right. Well, we're like super close. Super close to winning this game. We're like a draw away. We have mana coming out the wazoo. Like all of it possible. We finally got green mana. Twilight Mire. So opponent does have Memory Deluge to dig for something. But they're at the point where if we ever draw anything, can we make it 4 Coffers? We can. All right, there's the main phase Memory Deluge. I mean, maybe we do just get another Coffers. We'll see what we draw. We could also get Yumori. and try to let Yumori go out on top. Yeah, his deck's super sweet. It's really fun. Oh, then it passes. Bloodchief's Thirst. Well, Overgrown Tomb, untapped. How do we want to do this? We can get another Coffers. Does it even matter? It doesn't matter, but we could. Just for the memes. All right, Coffers mana, Coffers mana. I kind of feel like exploring is just the right choice, but all right, let's see. So we have 9 mana. Oh, Sylvan's Crying. You know what? Everyone wants to see four Coffers. Boom, 4 Coffers achieved. Suspend Profane Tutor. Grab Yumori. All right, we got them all. We got all 4 Coffers. What a way to go. Castle Lockwade's probably better. A lot of things are probably better, but we're just rubbing it in. We're rubbing it in. We got every single Coffers, every single one possible about it. Better find something good. Better find something good. Plays a Triome. Inquisition. Well, we kind of wanted that to explore. Opponent takes the Explore. Worst Fears would be sweet. Oh, so many. Any of our big stuff. We just have so much mana. Any of our big stuff's insane. Opponent gonna run out, hit his Sugu. We do have the tutor coming in 2 turns. Oh yeah, we're way beyond Tron. Way past that. We draw. Well, we tick down Profane Tutor, and we draw Sylvan. Well, okay. That's actually not horrible. All right, let's think about this. Tap. Add black mana. Add green mana. Sylvan's Crying. Get a Castle Lockway. Coffers mana. Actually, hang on. Wait. Castle Lockway, Coffers mana. Yumori. On sorcery. Take 4, no fear. Draw with Castle Lockway. Go. All right, opponent. All right, here we go. Oh, Lair of the Hydra could be good. I do think a creature land could be good. Opponent gonna do our Graveyard. They gotta deal with this tutor coming down though, or what we get off of it, or they're gonna be in a tough spot. And they gotta deal with Yumori. The Collector is here. Opponent's a 7. Like, Yumori's actually a legit threat. Izurka Benaventura, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super chat for you. Thank you. Thank ya. About it. What do you got, opponent? What do you got? Oh! Yes! Oh, opponent's punching back. Opponent is punching back. I was not expecting that. Okay. But now it's our turn. Profane Tutor comes down. We're going to take the wrong but fun card. We will play a Coffers. We will add mana. Add mana. Suspend Profane Tutor. We couldn't go out without doing this. Worst fears you. Gain control of our opponent's next turn. Oh, they scoop it up. They wanted no peace. Opponent cruel ultimatums. We get him back with the worst fear, and this is Modern in 2022. Oh, wow, that made my day. That made my day. That was Modern in 2022, and we had Cabal Coffers versus worst fears. What are the chances? What are the chances? Wow. All right. I mean, this deck is Modern is an awesome plays. We actually ended up in the end, if you count this build and the last build. And I want to point out, chat, because I do have to go get bears, so we're gonna have to wrap up for tonight, unfortunately. But I do want to point out that after we went and rebuilt the deck and added Worst Fears and Army of the Damned, we did go 2-0-2-0. Like we won both of our matches. We didn't even drop a game along the way. So, I mean, maybe Worst Fears makes the deck better. Like maybe we solved it. Anyway, everyone, I'm gonna have to wrap up and go get bear. But that is Coffers, the deck suite. I mean, Yumori, you can take it or leave it. I don't know if it's actually worth playing it. It might not be, but I think that the deck itself is really, really fun. And I'll see if Bear's my puppy. My puppy is over at the puppy sitters at the moment. So I'll see if I don't have to use a Modern League before our next stream, I'll just leave this league and we can finish it because we're 2-0 right now. If I end up having to record something in Modern tomorrow, then I might not be able to, but we'll see. I'll try to save this league. So maybe we can finish this league on Thursday's stream. But anyway, reminders on the way out the door. Replay YouTube. That's where you can find the old streams. This will be up tomorrow if you want to look back on the absurdity. Normal YouTube. Tons of stuff coming up tomorrow against odds. Hidisugu. And one more reminder that our sponsor today. Oh, when you wait till you see him, Bear is a good name for a dog, and it definitely fits him because he's just the biggest, nicest, clumsiest boy. One more reminder that our sponsor today is Card Kingdom. If you need some magic cards from New Capenna or otherwise, you can get them at cardkingdom.com. You can get a free goldfish sticker. Most importantly, thank you to each and every one of you for hanging out, having some fun tonight, playing some Magic, playing some Modern. I love y'all. Magic's great. You're great. Thank you so much for being you and being amazing. Have a great night. Have a great Wednesday. And I'll be back on Thursday for some more streaming. So until then, everyone, I love y'all and I will talk to you soon.